Alright, here we go. Hey everybody, Gabe and Juan from Thinking Outside the Long Box, and today we are going to be eating Korean snacks.
Woo!
While we chat lightly about Disney Plus. Because I think that's actually going to be a segment in the show too.
Is it?
I think so. But it doesn't matter. So, yeah. He's messing with the other camera so that we can go live on Facebook too. Welcome if you're on Twitch or Stitcher. I almost said Stitcher too.
Stitch.
Twitch or
Twitch.
Twitch or YouTube. Hi Hannah.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Juan.
Right. So feel free to chat with us. Let us know. We can see your chat logs on Twitch and YouTube. He's working on Facebook.
Don't worry about it.
Let's see.
I might not be.
Go get the door for Doyle real quick. I guess the first thing we should start out with is we've been doing this about once a month or so.
Yes.
Where we sit and eat foreign snacks. Saying foreign snacks makes it sound kind of vaguely racist, don't you?
Why?
Think? I don't know. It just seems mean.
Hey, Doyle. You can put that on any counter.
So today is going to be kind of like a different day. We're going to be recording a little bit early, and we're having Friendsgiving, so Doyle is here too.
I'll put her downstairs during Thanksgiving, but
You can stick that.
I felt bad leaving her at home all day.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're fine.
This is a weird start.
Yeah.
Let's start with the first thing.
We're all late.
Yeah, no.
said two.
We're not all late.
No,
late.
you're not late.
You're right
We're
on
supposed
time.
to have finished with this already by the time you got here.
A segment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, not for the show.
Oh, okay.
We're doing the YouTube Stitcher, the snacks.
Oh, okay.
So first things first, we're going to eat buldak, tteokbokki, chewy and springy hot chicken flavor ramen. So this is the first thing.
Yeah.
So Juan had said, he had made these, but you had said they're supposed to get stir fried.
At the very end, they're supposed to get stir fried, and I
Okay.
was like, we're late already, so let's just fucking do
Let's
it.
not stir fry then. Ooh, these have hot oil in them, don't they?
Some kind of liquid seasoning of some sort. Hey Doyle, you want some? You want a fucking fork, bro?
I've had this before.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Dog is spazzing out.
It's because she don't want to be in the kennel.
All I taste is spicy.
Yeah.
Not
Those
really,
are good.
Not really flavory.
It doesn't taste like chicken. It just tastes like hot. But it tastes good hot. It's like sweet hot.
They're like, in my opinion, a half step up from regular ramen, but just way hotter.
Yeah. You know what? They definitely the stir frying would definitely help these a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! They are hot though.
Because they're not like normal ramen. They're like chewy ramen.
Right. I like it. I like it.
Oh my
I'm getting
God.
the more flavor now the second bite I took.
Oh,
You
why?
alright there, bro? What
Dude.
is wrong with you today?
I'm a
Jesus
mess.
Christ!
I just want noodles on my damn fork.
Dad, can I try some?
Fucking an hour late.
Yeah, let me get you some. These
Oh
are
god, that's gonna take 2 hours.
Take that. That's spicy.
I like it.
Yeah, those are
We're
good.
talking about Disney Plus too, I think.
Yeah, feel free to join in. You can
Yeah,
scoot
you
over
can
a little
scoot
bit.
over, but get in, Doily.
I thought we were doing that on the show.
I don't know what we're doing.
Well, we are,
Are
but
we gonna talk about the Mandalorian? I thought.
so let's
That's
talk.
what I thought.
Let's
That's
talk
what the segment was
less
gonna
about
be.
the shows.
Whichever matters. No matter.
Let's talk about Mandalorian during the actual episode, but
Well,
let's
that's what I meant.
yeah, let's talk about
Petrie. She barely knows her own name right now.
These are pretty good,
Holy
man.
crap, that's spicy.
They have a bunch of gin ramen products when I was in Japan, like 7-Elevens and stuff.
They have what?
Gin ramen products like the 7-Elevens like Japan.
This is not a gym ramen.
So
Oh, I
this
thought you
is,
were talking about this.
No,
I've
we
had
haven't eaten this
before.
one yet.
this is Samyang Buldak.
I
Tofu.
don't think I've had this. I've had a black, like, looks like this one, black.
You want to try it? It's good.
Black?
The whole package is black.
Surprised you didn't say anything racist.
Yeah. I mean, it's super thick, but it's just one big noodle.
That's funny.
That's really good, man. I
It is
really
good.
like that.
It hit me in the spice. I wasn't thinking it was going to be as
Actually spicy.
spicy
The black
as it
package tastes
was.
exactly like this, except way hotter.
So what's crazy is like
way too
I
hot.
I eat spicy ramen all the time.
Yeah.
It's never that spicy. Like that's really good.
Oh, I feel like the Asians
The
pick
Asian
it up a notch on
Their fucking palates all worn down.
It's a different brand, but if you ever see it, I think even it's like Safeway here carries it, but it's black and it comes in a package of like 4.
Yeah.
It's like twice as hot as that. It's too hot.
It's
Honestly.
really good. I really
It's
like
good.
it.
I like it, but that
This is
is
a good
it's
level of
just
spice.
heat. Like there's not a ton of flavor in it. It's really just
There's a sweet.
hot.
There's a pretty
Kinda
serious
like
sweetness
teriyaki.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I like this level of spice though. I think it's
Right on.
it's about right on.
So, how much do you know about Disney Plus?
I'm subscribed.
So, like, here's some of the questions that I have about Disney Plus.
Yes.
King of Hill on there? Because that's Fox owned.
I don't even know.
Well,
Honestly,
Fox is
stuff in there is weird because it has like segments, like movies and then like Marvel and stuff like that. And you'll click on that and it'll have a bunch of stuff in there. But then like later, like you'll watch something and it'll have a suggestion and there'll be more stuff that should have been in that category that isn't. So I don't know what's all on there. Because I think like every Marvel movie's in there, but they're not all under the Marvel section like when you click on it. But I've had suggestions to watch like ones I don't see in there, like Black Panther and
Doctor
Strange
Strange
and
and
stuff
stuff.
like that.
Well, for Fox, they haven't added like everything on there. I know they're in the middle of adding like The Simpsons and stuff like that.
Well, I know
Simpsons
all of
is
The
up.
Simpsons are on there.
The one that surprised me, and everybody else talked about it too, because I've tried to find it before, is Gargoyles,
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things
which
about
is
that.
an amazing cartoon.
It is. It's one of the best cartoons.
Yeah. It's way not like, doesn't give a shit about your feelings either, like today's cartoons.
Yeah.
Like half his family gets murdered in the first episode.
That is right. I loved that cartoon. Dude,
It's very good. I've
this
watched
is really good.
I can't stop
I've
eating
watched
it.
like the whole
Yeah.
first season since then.
It's like addictively good. I'm gonna have to order like a pile of those. Those are freaking delicious.
Apparently the Mevo might just be it needs to be updated.
Right on. No worries. All right, we want to move on to the next thing.
So the next hot item is the gin ramen.
Yeah,
That's
this is
what
just
he
like,
thought we
It's
were eating.
spicy.
like I said, it's like a slightly better cup of soup, like half a step up cup of soup.
Apparently you can't put this in the microwave.
You gotta like add the water.
Yeah, that's what I did. I was like, what the fuck?
All right.
What kind of jank shit is this?
Well, I think a couple
A lot of the
noodles
noodles
Technically-
like that, like did a
Technically,
bowls.
regular
Really?
cup of noodles says you're not supposed to
Really?
put it in the water.
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
microwave.
shit.
Like the other
Maybe
day,
I've just been
actually-
slowly killing myself.
Probably.
Yeah, because you're not actually supposed to microwave styrofoam.
with both the product and the container.
Ooh. That's hot from
Temperature?
the oven or the stove. Still hot.
Yeah. It's so hot it retarded him for a second. It's hot.
That's exactly what you said.
This
That's-
thing.
That's like
And the
this
stuff
much
in the
above
thing
cup of
and,
noodle. That's gonna taste like lunch. Is what that's gonna taste like.
This is my daily lunch. Sometimes. I kind of like the other ones better.
I want to just put that in the. Like,
I thought about
The
dredging
sauce?
that in the sauce.
yeah. This sauce is really
The
delicious,
sauce.
and I'm sure this sauce is just like freaking straight up like soy sauce,
It was
sugar,
just like
and
oil.
MSG.
Yeah, I can taste the MSG for sure.
Yeah, these are good though. This just tastes like regular.
I
cup
find
of
myself
noodle.
coming back to the hot ones though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Well, I like
one of
these.
guys.
Because they have like a different texture.
Yeah.
They're wrong. It's like,
Then it's almost like a different noodle.
yeah.
It is.
It's like a real food.
It's not just
Not
mush.
dehydrated.
Yeah.
I can feel that.
That is better with that.
So what are we talking about?
Disney
When
Plus.
you mix this product with a better product, you get a better product.
Will you give me a napkin or a paper towel or something? Because I am making a
Hopefully-
complete fucking
Hopefully
slob
there is
myself.
some over there.
I'm gonna have you scoot this way.
I'll try it.
I just realized your face was behind the Twitch logo like the entire time.
Oh, nice.
Even just like a towel so I can wipe my hand off.
Hey, Sophia,
Yeah.
if you go into the door, are there paper towels back up there?
She's been ignored all day. So I worked a 12-hour shift and then had to sleep before I came over here.
So,
I told you I'd set up a downstairs bed.
Well, I wasn't gonna come over here at like 10 when I off.
That's been fine.
what would you say so far is the biggest Plus to Disney Plus.
Well, probably the Mandalorian. I mean, like, what does that mean?
No, just
the
like
biggest show or the
like
biggest?
what do you think having access
benefit?
to that's old is the biggest draw for you?
Hey, there's a shit ton of wow. I got like a oil bite. That was hot.
Dude, it hits you quick.
Yeah,
That's good.
there are a ton of movies, which is cool. There's National Geographic programs.
I've heard a lot about
If
that.
you like that kind of stuff, or I think if you have kids, that would be awesome because they like to watch a lot of animal shows. Just a lot of the old cartoons are sweet, like the My Generation, Spider-Man, X-Men. They like all that stuff.
Is that
Right.
the 90s?
Yeah.
Stuff?
So you could spend
That
literally,
Spider-Man's fucking amazing.
You know,
That X-Men is amazing
yeah,
too.
that X-Men is.
I didn't spend a lot of time
Yes.
watching that X-Men.
And taken down. Copyright infringement.
Whatever it is. And the fact that it's only $6.99, or if you want to get the $12.99, you get ESPN
Hulu and
Plus
ESPN
and
Plus,
Hulu,
yeah.
which is a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
And I mean, The Mandalorian. I know we're gonna go into it more. I don't think I would get it just for that.
I don't think so either.
But I think it's a legitimate amount of content, honestly.
I mean, there's a ton
Like
of
way fucking more content than like DC.
yeah,
And you know, people pay for that. I'd pay for that.
yeah, we know.
Yeah, me too.
yeah, me three.
I can't get this to fucking update for some reason.
So, if
I
you,
mean, I can pull it up. We can like look at stuff.
yeah, that'd be cool. I like that you felt the need to say dab when
Is the dog allowed to like run around on the floor and stuff?
As long as you make sure she's not eating things.
And peeing on the floor.
Yeah. She honestly pees this much. It's so easy. Like you got,
So the new Lady and the Tramp is already on there?
Oh yeah, most of the new. The Lion King's not for some reason, but most of the new like movies are on there, like Dumbo and stuff like that.
Huh.
Which Dumbo sucks, but it's on there.
There's a new High School Musical like
Show
yeah.
coming out. Yeah.
Like old movies, The Rocketeer, all the sports movies,
Dang.
all the old Mickey Mouse shit, like even back to Steamboat Willie.
What's the
This show's awesome. World According to Jeff Goldblum.
And is that a new? That's a new show, right?
I'm not sure. It's on National Geographic. Like
I'm pretty sure
there are. Yeah, there's only 2 episodes. I only watched the first episode. There was only 2.
What's the warning for the racist stuff like? Is it just one flashcard? This may contain something or other.
Disney?
Yeah,
I didn't get that.
because they were doing it for all the old kind of racist
Some of
shit.
the old cartoons have a
I haven't watched any of the early old cartoons, so I don't know.
have like a this may be culturally insensitive kind of thing.
It's not in like gargoyles and stuff like that. They have like
Yeah,
every.
because there's nothing in Gargoyles that.
I already watched you.
Oh, they have like all the Star Wars stuff. So
All the Star Wars movies except for like the newest one. For some reason, I don't know why they're excluding that one, but
They also have like the Lego Star
all the
Wars.
Lego stuff, the Clone Wars, like all the whole series. Which that's an amazing animated series too.
The Clone Wars, yeah.
I can't pronounce this, but
Oh.
that's while we're talking, so we don't get too far behind.
Here,
All the
let me
versions.
try it. Let me go for
There's
it.
no word. There's no letters.
That says
Literally, I think
wow.
I think every Pixar movie.
That's it.
is Toy Story 4 on there already.
Yeah.
Dang.
Such a good movie.
Oh no, only Toy Story 3. No, is it?
All
I
right.
thought it was all Toy Story 3.
I think this might
Maybe
be
not.
cereal.
Which one?
I don't think Toy Story 4 is on here. I think they leave off like the last movie because on the hopes that you're still gonna buy it or something.
Oh yeah, it's sweet.
Here, grab a couple.
It looks like pork rinds.
They do.
I think it might be cereal.
It looks like it has like a sugar glaze.
It has like a pretty chippy consistency.
You never know days.
You know what they feel like?
Honestly,
You ever-
this could be like a midnight snack. You don't know.
You know those prepackaged churros, like that you can get like a bag of churros.
Yeah.
This is what they taste like.
You're probably supposed to eat these with like crow gizzards or something. Oh.
I think it tastes kind of like cinnamon
Can I try
cereal.
one?
Yeah, take it.
What?
This video got very involved.
I mean, it's definitely cereal. Like, you can put milk in this.
It
You could definitely
tastes
put-
like cereal, like a Captain
Yeah.
Crunch.
So
I feel like it would hold its
Yeah.
crunchiness too.
So the brand looks like it's Cosmos.
The brand is
maybe?
Symbols.
That's what we're eating.
I put it up there. Man.
I know. Just to double check.
Those are good. Those are tasty.
You're really tasty.
It kind of
Bulldog.
tastes like.
They kind of taste like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
They kind of do.
Yeah, it's a little.
That
But
kind of
like-
tastes like cinnamon.
Actually, you know what they taste
Cinnamon
like?
crushed toast.
No, they
can't say
taste
it.
like a cinnamon toast crunch, like the French toast version. Do you remember those? Like
I
the
do
little
remember those.
bread slices that were cinnamon toast crunch.
Oh, one did it.
We're back.
No, I
And
haven't
we're
done
not
anything
back.
yet. I haven't done anything yet over here. Ignore this.
Ignore.
But yeah,
Consider it ignored.
those are good.
Consider ignored.
I like those. Those are really good.
So
Fuck, I could snack on these a lot.
Yeah, you could.
yeah, I could definitely eat like a very large bag of those.
Let's put these in the hot oil.
Oh, gross. I mean, you can.
No, no, he
That's
can't.
just-
That's not allowed.
That's what we're doing with all the food. Just put it in hot oil.
Hey, Facebook.
So is this like a subscription box you get?
So kind of. I don't want to do a subscription because I was like, fuck, I don't know if we're gonna do this really every month.
But
We've
done
ended
it.
up doing like every 2 weeks at
Yeah.
this point, so maybe I'm just gonna switch to some kind. But you can just buy them individually
Okay.
from Amazon.
Like the box?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you just you look. They have that's how we got the
Something more.
turkey one. So we got the turkey, the Korean. We did our own Mexican one, but they have a bunch of them up there that you can just buy just the box.
The Turkish one is just chocolate hazelnut flavored things. It was weird.
I
This
was
one's
so
awesome.
hazelnutted out by that time. By the end of that time.
I saw an ad at the movie theater last night. I went to go see Zombieland Double Tap with Ashton, and there was an advert for the chocolate hazelnut M&Ms, and my immediate thought was, "Fuck it, I'm out. That's gross. Like no more chocolate hazelnut."
Facebook, if you don't know, we're this is our first time doing this. We're talking about Disney Plus and eating snacks.
Yeah.
Usually we just do it on Twitch and YouTube,
Which you can
Figured,
obviously
what the fuck.
find at YouTube by going to tinyurl.com/TOTLBTube, or you can find us on Twitch at Outside Longbox. If you're watching on Facebook, please feel free to go subscribe, follow there. We're being joined today by Doyle, who isn't usually in the snacks video,
What's up, Doyle?
but we're running late and he's on time, so he gets to be in the snacks video.
Indeed.
What's next, man?
So we gotta go.
Looks like more of what
Oh,
we just ate.
that has a picture of milk on it.
So this looks like it should definitely
This definitely
be
is cereal.
That kind of looks.
What's
like,
up, Chelsea?
So let's try. This is just a different cereal,
What up,
dude.
boys and bows?
So looking
So
at
we're
this,
trying-
Bows.
this has, and then let's go ahead and
and then
It does look like seashells down by the seashore.
this has sesame seeds on it.
oh, wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Where's Petrie at?
it looks like pasta,
Okay.
like macaroni and cheese pasta.
Yeah.
It's under the table.
That's fine.
So
as long as you know where she's at.
If this is cereal, that was definitely cereal
Yeah.
because this tastes very, very similar.
Hi.
Hey, Ree.
Hi, Petrie.
This feels like
Hi,
cereal.
Petrie. Yeah.
I really like this.
This does feel
I
like cereal.
feel like in Korea they have better cereal than us.
Yeah, they do.
super sweet.
Yeah.
They don't care. That's why.
Yeah, because they actually exercise
Korean.
and stuff.
They're Korean.
This is good. It's like honey sesame. Like
I
it's
feel
really
like it
good.
kind of tastes like a bagel with like a sugar.
I can only eat like one at a time because it is kind of sticky.
Sticky, a little tough.
The sticky icky.
They have
No,
bigger
that's-
mouths
that's
in Korea.
different.
I feel like this is too big for like. You wouldn't want a spoonful of this at a time.
Yeah, I
gotta
feel like
pick.
that's too much to really take a handful of. If it's cereal.
No.
Well, I mean, it's got a picture of milk on it.
I know, no, I'm with you, buddy. I don't know
No,
though.
it is probably.
But it's
cereal.
like a picture of it splashing in milk, but it's also in a basket.
Maybe that's just milk flavor though.
Oh, maybe it's sesame milk flavored.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause I get a little bit of
flavor.
milkiness in there from the
Yeah.
taste. But I don't know. I mean, whatever.
What have you watched on Disney Plus?
Mandalorian.
And there's only 2 episodes out.
Only 2 episodes. Gargoyles. I watched a couple, like not paying attention while following some like old sports movies. Like Remember the Titans and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't know they owned Remember the Titans.
Yeah. Remember the Titans is the shit.
It was a
I love
really
that
good movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
And I watched like Miracle for real because I hadn't seen that movie.
That movie's fucking great too.
I don't remember that movie at all.
It's the one about the U.S. hockey team beating the Russian hockey team in like
yeah.
'84 or
Yeah.
whatever.
Out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I
they
watched
losers.
like half a season of Boy Meets World.
I love
Way
that show.
better than Girl Meets
I
World.
hate that show. I hate that show.
Which one?
The Boy Meets World.
Hey,
I
how do you
don't
hate
like
that
it.
show?
I just don't like it. I don't like the main character. And I don't even know his name.
I don't know his real name.
What else did you watch?
That's about it. I've only had it for like, a week, maybe.
Well, it's only been out for...
Not even a week.
Yeah. Hasn't been out for very long. Oh, Carta? Oh! Carta.
Yeah.
Oh, Cartoon.
I think it definitely starts with Carta.
It does. Why is there a white guy in the front?
The little boy on the front, kind of.
He's
like,
just the chef, bro. He doesn't have to be white.
He
kind of
is
reminds
a terrifying looking human being though.
He's European.
Oh, slippery.
So these have a flavor that you
Korean
can read
snacks
on
are
them.
making me slippery. Chili flavor.
Chili flavor.
Yes. Potato Master Chef. So the chips.
These are like those chip french
I
fries.
think the Broncos just scored. Oh shit, they're right on the verge of scoring and winning this game.
Spoiler alert.
I'm watching the Broncos.
So these were
No timeouts, 10
Oh.
seconds left.
Are they spicy?
No, it's sweet chili though.
Uh-oh. There was a penalty.
you know what these
I think you spiked it.
These kind of look like veggie straws.
that's
They do
exactly what I was about to say.
Taste very much like veggie straws.
They're baked like veggie
And I
straws for
hate
sure.
veggie straws. No, I like veggie straws.
I love veggie straws.
Oh, I would smash a
You
bag
could
of
eat
these.
one serving of veggie straws is like 40 straws. So they're really not that bad for you.
These
I
are
really
really
like the
good.
texture of them. Like, they're not super
I
crunchy.
don't know
The
that I
way
like
that you
it.
said that made it sound like you can eat regular straws. It's like eating 40 regular straws. Shouldn't eat straws.
I don't think I like these.
Hi Chelsea.
These
on
melt in
YouTube
your
as
mouth
well.
and are not hot at all, which is surprising considering their chili flavor.
I thought that they would be hotter.
Oh, I for sure expected them to be hotter.
There's no, it's like a ketchup flavor.
They're
They
probably
remind me
hotter
of
to
ketchup
me
chips.
because-
Very much so.
Honestly, yeah, I could eat a lot
Do
of
not
these too.
slap people in the face.
I do like these a lot.
I don't like that.
I don't like these.
I could eat all of these right now.
Is that what that is? Ketchup? Or do you think that's actually chili?
I think it's supposed to be ketchup and they just don't know how to write ketchup.
Second
I
ago.
bring you chicken and ketchup.
That was racist.
Probably.
We're kind of talking about Disney Plus too. I haven't. The only thing I've watched is Mandalorian, and we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah. So
As far as streaming sites go, I think it's worth its cost. $6.99.
$6.99 is
It's
not
the
bad.
cheapest one out there. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on it.
And,
And they're promising to add more, so.
and Verizon gets it for free. I think you talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Do that.
Verizon customers get it for free for their
Free.
first year.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Pretty good deal.
I think you have to have a certain plan.
And you have to have the like unlimited data plan so that it's feasible for you to stream that much.
Well, 2 seconds
2
left.
seconds left.
We're about to win or lose this game.
That's how all of the games have ended. It's awful. I say I don't like it and I keep eating it.
Dude, these are
I'm not sure how much
crazy
of a
addictive.
fan I am of those.
These are my favorite things so far.
So far, I would agree with. No, my favorite thing was the first soup. That was my favorite thing.
I think this is like this or the like one with the sesame seeds on it. I
Hey,
think it's
Alicia.
really good.
Hey, those. Hey, Ashton, are you hungry?
Wait, isn't
Well,
You want a snack?
I'm saving it all.
I was gonna say if you want to
We
try
lost.
some too.
We lost.
Where's Alicia?
The Broncos
Broncos
lost.
lose.
God damn it!
Yay.
We'll keep these here.
All right, moving on.
I don't have 3.
Some more squigglies and chili
Those are definitely chili
with a fork.
They kind of look like Takis, almost like.
Yeah.
There is no English on this bag except for the ingredients.
Your snack knowledge is quite good.
I'm gonna guess that these are spicy Cheetos.
Yeah, so I'm not
If
gonna
they
eat
are,
that.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, spicy Cheetos are legit.
Korean snacks make my hands slippery.
Oh whoa!
They kind of look like those. Kind of.
What about
What the
noodles?
heck is that shape?
I like those better.
I think they kind of look like the first.
I like those better.
Those are way better.
Yeah.
They're
The
similar
spicy
tasting.
soda.
No
They-
words.
They have a
That's
very
what we're trying
These
today.
are straight up sweet.
yeah.
Wait, they're not
I don't
even
like it.
spicy?
No,
So all of their
Not at
chili
all.
stuff is sweet. Try it.
Really?
Yeah.
What is going on with Korean chilies?
There's like a tiny bit of like
Well, that's
Pep-
weird.
pepperiness
Oh,
at
I
the
know.
back end, but I like these actually.
Not a fan.
You like everything.
You're right.
Well, I'm not a fan, but eating it amongst other things that I like better.
This one's better.
It's
I would
I
eat
don't
this.
hate that.
This tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch to me.
Yeah.
But
And
like
it's chili.
tomato cinnamon toast crunch.
I don't get any savory
I like this
flavor
one
from
better.
it.
I
All I
do.
get is the sweet.
I get like sweetness and then
It tastes like
a
some
slight
tomato
pepper
and then like a
background.
slight like a slight peppery, like
It's like
black pepper.
peppers and
Yeah.
carrots. It's a carroty, peppery taste.
It's a funky flavor.
No,
I don't hate it, but
that one's better.
I like those ones better.
I like the
Like-
Master Chef better. That's definitely better.
Yeah. That's what's good.
I wonder if you're right.
It's
I
just
wonder
so
if these are
hot.
like some kind of glazed carrots, not peppers.
They
It's just
taste
so
carroty.
hot.
It does
It's
taste
not.
kind of carroty. All right. These are called Popeyes, I'm guessing.
They are called Popeye. Star Popeye.
I'm ripping off Popeye. No, it's not Popeye.
No, that definitely looks
It's a
licensed.
Popeye. I know.
It's a Popeye.
I feel like they're like I don't even know what the fuck
Like
they're called.
wasabi coated or like rice
Yeah,
crackers
they
or
look
something.
like something that I would put on top of my
The
food.
fun thing about random Asian snacks is you never know what
Oh,
you're
they
gonna
look
eat.
like rice noodles.
That's
Yeah.
just gonna like melt your face.
Oh, there's other things. Look, you're missing.
I missed the ball, the semen ball.
That's definitely a rice cracker of some sort.
I poured so much and I only got one
Nope.
ball.
That tastes like absolutely nothing.
That is straight sugar with little crispies.
I'm eating fucking paper,
That's like sugar.
sawdust.
No, it has a flavor and the flavor is bad.
Those are awful.
I don't want those.
You know what these taste like?
No, these are good. Those are good. Those are not good.
These taste like chow mein noodles that you get.
That's what I said. They taste like something that goes on food.
Yeah.
Ew. Ew, that's grody.
Yeah, that's not good.
And then the little ball is like just straight little balls of sugar.
Ew, I don't like the noodle thingies.
I want the sugar ball.
I don't like
Yeah, you eat the sugar
That's
ball.
those are awful.
Why did they end up on
the
my
sugar
napkin?
ball's
What if I need my
amazing.
Oh,
napkin?
God, no.
Just
I
eat
don't know
them.
what you're doing.
No,
I
you're
want
saying
those.
Oh,
Oh.
well, that's gross. It was on something wet there.
Nah,
You don't want
you'll be
that.
you'll be fine now.
It's just.
What?
I don't like the noodles. The
Wait,
sugar
you like
balls
gross
are okay.
things? It's a weird thing.
They taste like sawdust.
That's weird. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Have you had the pear sugar-free Red Bull?
Yes.
I don't like it. It's too perry.
That's why I
It's
love it.
very perry.
It's like a pear.
Yeah, it really is though. It doesn't. The advertising on that Red Bull is definitely.
I'm all in on the pear Red Bull.
Right. Oh my
I
God.
try them all. Every new flavor that comes out, I try.
Kids are-
Dried fish snack.
Oh, yeah.
This
This is gonna
could be terrible.
This is gonna be different.
Or delicious. You never know.
We got a whole crew here today.
I know it's weird. Our snack
It's
video.
very weird.
Involves
Is it
the
too much?
kids.
Do you need them to
It
go
got
away?
usurped. No,
I'll make them go away.
Here you are.
Petrie is right there.
like this.
I know she's around
Yeah.
here, but
Do you want me to make the kids go away?
No.
Oh, they're thin and floppy.
Ew.
That's
Ew,
weird.
That was really
Hey,
gross.
That's what she
say
said.
hello.
You want
say
one?
hello to
Look how
the
Floppy
cat.
that is.
Fish.
The camera put
Ah,
Look
pick
how
up the
floppy
piece you
That
dropped.
is.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
you can't
they
do it.
smell gross.
The other way around.
Yeah, I don't like fish things.
Oh, they do smell gross.
They're
Do
gross.
they taste good?
Oh, it's always so funny when Juan hates something.
Oh,
It has,
Actually, can you do me a favor? Will
it
you
has the
just slowly
consistency
move
of
that
like
camera this
dried
way?
tofu skin.
it smells like what I feed my fish.
Go that way.
Oh, that's awful.
Peach-
Like the whole.
Petrie
Like,
loves it.
no, like slide it. Oh.
Oh.
It tastes like tofu.
Turn
I
turn
don't
it.
like it.
I honestly don't think it tastes that
No,
bad.
other way. Other way.
Other way.
Keep going.
There.
It's not that it tastes bad, but that's not a flavor you want in that
You like
consistency.
it?
If you smell the fish food that I have in my thing, it's gonna smell exactly the same.
I kind of think it tastes like sushi a little bit.
I don't like
seaweed.
it. That does not taste anything like sushi.
It definitely has
It
seaweed
tastes
in
like
it.
seaweed.
Ugh. I fucking love sushi. That's nasty.
I don't like.
Honestly, I kind of like it.
If you've had
fucking
tofu
weird.
skin, it's that
What is
consistency.
wrong with you? Do you not get fed at home?
I kind of like these.
Can I have one now?
Yeah.
I don't like them, but it didn't like gross me out like one. Although I refuse to smell it.
Yeah, I smelled it.
Petrie
She-
evidently
she-
loves this
She,
shit.
she saw these smell weird, so I smelled it.
Can I give her one?
Yeah, I gave her a little piece and she was like
Here.
destroying it, dude.
Oh, he loves
Are you
that.
Korean?
You Korean? That my Korean dog?
No, she would be eaten.
Oh, here, let's try smelling it.
Wow, that was
We don't know
racist.
where you come from.
Nice.
Ooh, it is a funky
They
smell.
smell funky, bro.
I refuse to smell it for Aiden. I
It
threw it
smells
right down the
weird.
building.
I don't like that. Ew.
The taste
I
I
don't
don't
like it at all.
The taste I don't hate. The taste I don't like.
I didn't
Like the
I don't
consistency is
Honestly,
freaking.
I need
I
something
like
else
the
in my
taste.
mouth.
The consistency.
Heyo.
The consistency is super weird.
I feel
I
like
actually like the
I feel like
taste.
we've gotten to the sweets, to the sweet
Yeah.
snacks.
What's gross is that is sweet, kind of.
Yeah,
And it's fish.
that's why I like it. Is it's like a sweet seaweed.
Butter coconut sweet biscuit.
Ooh.
So it's a cookie. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a biscuit.
You gotta be British,
Yeah.
Dad.
Biscuit is just English for
Cookie, I know.
Cookie.
But we're trying biscuits.
okay.
Some bitch.
Some bitch.
Hey, you chillax.
Yeah, I don't.
Honestly, I kind of like those things.
She won't
kinda
do it.
terrifying.
Alicia got a tickle out of
Hang
your.
in there. Hang in there.
Here,
This
Alex,
is-
let's
This is
pass them down.
Terrifying how like specific
That's nice.
it is on like everything.
No, you're not gonna get
It's
everything.
just it's literally, it's almost like a shortbread, but not super shortbready.
You taste them.
I like
I don't like that taste at all.
No?
This tastes familiar, and I can't figure out
It's
where.
like formaldehyde or something on the front end.
That's just sugar.
It has like a really funky taste for like a second, and then it goes into cracker.
Oh,
It
it's
tastes
sugar.
like something-
It tastes like glazed cookie.
No,
Oh
now,
my gosh,
now
it
that
tastes
funk's
like
coming back around. What is it?
It
What
just
is that
tastes like
funk?
It tastes like a coconut cookie that you would find
Coconut.
at my grandma's house.
It's like shitty coconut.
Dude, it's literally a
Called
butter
butter
coconut.
Okay, I didn't realize. I didn't look at the name.
I like those.
Yeah, if you
They're
like
alright.
crappy coconut flavor, you'll love this.
I like the Popeye more.
I like them.
I like these more.
The sawdust? Gross.
Let's go.
What's wrong with your kid? What do you feed him?
Mostly chow mein noodles.
You guys have liked the weirdest, worst fucking thing so far.
No. I
Not that bad.
went in for round 2 and didn't love it either.
These taste good.
This is a French pie. And then
I don't think that's how Korean sounds, but I also don't think we should make Korean sounding noises either. That
That
definitely
was-
sounded Japanese.
it
Yeah.
was closer though.
I
It
tried to
just
just say
says
it angry.
French pie.
My
So
Korean's
this one will
angry
probably just
Japanese.
split up between Yumi and Doyle because it doesn't look very
It's
big.
tiny. She tiny.
Damn.
I love that Alicia loved that you hated the fish strips so
Oh, it's
much.
fucking awful. So would she.
Your wife, Alicia, or a different Alicia?
My wife.
Oh wow, that's like a
Where is your
pastry
wife at?
pastry.
She, my son had a birthday party to go to.
Oh. So I will say a thing right now. The temperature in here is good right now, but I'm a little afraid of how hot it's going to be when there's
It's hot
30
because we're
people
right
in
on
here.
top of each other.
Yeah. But I can know when there's like 30 people up in here. We're going to be dying.
I didn't get any pie. I just got
Oh, the pastry.
flake.
Oh,
It
sorry.
was good. No, I pulled my own off. It's mine.
So it's like pastry
I
dough.
pull
tastes
my own
fine.
off all the time.
Hey
Oh.
hey.
Not really. I mean, sometimes.
So it was basically like
Is that
That's not bad.
Yeah, it
phyllo,
wasn't bad.
like puff
Phyllo
pastry
dough, uh-huh.
with a little bit of like apricot on it.
Yeah,
That was
The
really
apricot
tasty.
wasn't too sweet
Overpowering.
Either. It was
Yeah.
good. That's tasty.
That was good. That might move up to one of my favorites right
That's a
now.
good snake.
Margaret cookie.
Did you step on her?
I'm pretty
Margaret cookie.
That's usually the noise she makes when you step on her.
with
Chill a little bit.
parents' love. Feel this love with soft cookie. You gonna feel the This doesn't feel soft.
Well, I mean, it
Ice water by any chance?
did cross an ocean.
Hey, Sophia, will you get 3? I mean, get him his ice water too, please. But will you get me 3 of those little cups as well, just empty?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Oh, for the.
I forgot
peach?
it came with drinks.
Drank.
Is that Snoopy?
It
Yes.
is Snoopy.
That's weird.
Oh, there's 2 cookies.
Oh shit! I spoke too soon. They're soft.
Dad.
Here you go.
Give me a piece of yours.
Yeah, I'll split this one with you. How about that?
I suppose that should do.
Oh, I like that.
Well, if you're going to split with me, I'll get half of
No,
mine, so
you'll be
anyway.
fine.
Thank you.
Plastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mmm.
I like that one.
Oh
What
gosh.
is
It's really
it?
good.
What is it?
What is that flavor in the middle?
It doesn't say.
Man, it's like I'm
It's like a macaroon.
filled with like a sense of a parent's
Happiness?
love and happiness.
Yeah,
It takes like
There's parents in the middle.
Oh, okay. It's parent flavored.
As far as the
It tastes
sweet
good.
snacks go, that's the best one.
Have you ever had one of the old grandma's cookies?
That was like moist.
It tastes
Yeah,
like a
really,
peanut
it was
butter
soft.
one.
It was crumbly.
Oh, it does taste kind of like
It
a
tastes
peanut butter
exactly
Oh
grandma's.
like
man, we're jumping into the choco green tea pie.
What the fuck?
Ooh, that sounds good.
That does sound
Choco pie.
good. Well, I've never had chocolate with green tea, but green tea is good.
Green tea is always good.
Chocolate's good.
It's really hard to mess up.
I
green tea.
assume this is going to be kind of like a moon pie,
Probably.
but with green tea.
We didn't go to the moon, so.
Yeah, moon landing is fake. Space is also fake. Oh yeah, that's a mess.
That's not true.
That is
Space is
straight-
not fake.
There's a marshmallow inside.
It's a straight up moon pie, but with green tea flavoring.
That sounds awesome.
Here, take that.
I like it except for the marshmallow.
Don't say we never did nothing for you.
All right, here we go.
They're crumbly.
They are very crumbly.
Oh, that's really good.
Don't jump in here, Petrie.
Oh my god.
I like
Oh,
that.
yeah. Here you go.
I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
It's got that earthy green tea flavor that makes
You know Andy's mints?
desserts really funky.
Like
Hey,
Andy's
Get out of here.
mints?
Yeah,
Maybe mix that with moon pie.
yeah, that's
What
fair.
tastes like to me.
Personally, I don't like mint, so I don't like that.
Don't get in the oven, Petrie.
Should try to.
I feel like I want to go back for more fish snack,
Give up.
but you guys are gonna make fun of me.
I definitely don't.
Not much meat on her. I don't. She's useless in the oven.
She refuses to learn from hurting herself too. Like I don't get it.
Your dog is a terrible food source, FYI.
Yeah, there wouldn't be much meat on that.
Yeah.
And it costs $600.
You can jump into the next one if you want. I got
All right.
time to do the other one too.
Here we go. All right. Oh, we're getting kind of close to the end. This is Patiao. Patiao.
Pate, maybe?
So you can sit with me if you want. Dad, can I
This
sit
is
in your
no.
spot?
You can get up. And you can stop doing that. This is a cheese tart, adorable cracker sand.
I love sand.
I
I
know,
just love
right?
that it doesn't say sandwich; it says cracker sand.
Yeah.
I love sand, definitely.
This is like just straight up cheese Ritz crackers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go, Hannah.
and I love those things too.
There you go, Sophia.
Yeah. You're good. You're good.
You want to split that with Ashton?
Sounds good.
And
Yeah, it's just a Ritz cracker.
Yeah.
Was it okay?
hmm These are literally just those like packages of crackers with cheese.
That's what this is.
That's what this is.
Yeah. The last one's pretty long, right?
Far less sand than I was hoping for.
Some things are straight universal.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
They gotta taste sweeter though.
Yeah, there is a little hint of
Ah, these smell weird too.
sweetness.
They do?
Stop smelling it.
Yeah, don't smell it. It just tastes like crackers with cheese.
It's a part of my senses.
It's a part of my senses. Yeah,
You learn to deny it when eating foreign things.
you gotta just ignore the smell and eat the food.
It even
Got it.
smells like fake cheese.
So it's definitely not real cheese.
There for sure was cracker sand in there though.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
But do you like those little sandwich crackers?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I like the white cheese ones.
Dude, stop. So what else can we think about with Disney Plus? Like, so it comes in the package with Hulu and ESPN for like $12.
Shit ton of snacks in that thing.
What does that mean? You buy Hulu and it comes with Hulu?
No, so Hulu subscription is like $7 something. So you can get a bundle that's ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus for like 12. Yeah, for like $13 a month.
No
So,
Netflix.
Not net. Well, they're different companies.
Oh, true.
So how about the Netflix responses? Pairing up with Nickelodeon. Do you think that's going to be effective for them at all?
Shit, if I was Nickelodeon, I would have paired up with Disney.
Yeah, I don't know. What does Nickelodeon bring?
Nothing.
Bunch of kids shows.
Kids shows. That's about
A
it.
ton of kid shows. But I'm talking like universally. You know what I mean? Like
You can't do that on television? I wouldn't mind seeing that on Netflix.
I liked all that.
there's a few shows.
All that, yeah.
I don't know that I'm gonna go back and watch a ton of Nickelodeon shows though.
I don't think so either. Like,
Maybe
Because they are kid shows.
yeah.
Maybe a couple, but not a lot.
I can't think Good Burger's a Nickelodeon movie. I love that.
Oh, that was a good, because it came from all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really like.
All right, what's next with snacks?
I don't know, but it looks like some kind of filled macaroon of some sort.
So you think it's going to be worth it?
I think it is worth it.
The bundle.
The bundle. And even not the bundle, like I said, it's $6.99 is pretty cheap.
It is. And there is a ton of stuff on it already.
Yeah, that's like going to Starbucks once, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which you guys don't do, probably. But
I go to Starbucks.
I go to Dutch Brothers because it's on the way.
yeah.
I like Dutch Brothers too.
Yeah.
I just like coffee.
I like coffee as well.
I mean, there's a ton of shit on there. And I can't imagine it's not worth it if you don't have kids. If you have
that's
kids,
soft as
which I don't, but if you have kids, I imagine it's way worth it. Because there's just,
Oh, that is.
especially like really little kids.
That's going to be hard for us to split up.
Oh, what is going on here?
It's in the middle of it.
What it?
Jesus.
So the cookie
So
itself,
it
whenever.
pretty much fell apart.
Oh, that's super chewy in the
It's gonna be a
inside.
pile of stuff.
There you go. Pile of stuff.
Chew.
Oh,
It's like a Fig Newton,
That's also
it does remind me of a Fig Newton.
But like,
but
oh, what
worse
is in
than
the
a
middle?
Fig Newton and chewier than a
It
Fig
doesn't
Newton.
say.
That's crap.
Oh, I hate the middle
It
of that.
probably does say, you just can't read it.
Well, of course it does. Of course it does.
It probably says.
The middle of that
like
was gross. I
That's
didn't
totally
like that.
disgusting. That middle is like a goo, and
It's
the
just like
consistency is not great.
the consistency's not
Hey,
great,
Ash,
and like the flavor is
Will you hit
non-existent.
the far right switch that's on the wall over there?
I did not
Thank you,
enjoy
sir.
I did not enjoy that either.
Get that taste out of our mouth.
that. Gotta get back stuff to enjoy.
So we've got two
Are those for roll-ups?
cooked this say. Because I don't think it's pronounced cock.
No.
You know?
No, it's definitely
Vienna coffee and white tort.
Huh. Are these
I don't think they're coffees.
Sorry.
like maybe like coffee cookies? Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
It
Like,
might be like
They're coffee biscuits, Dad.
Oh, they're biscottes.
yeah.
Oh, biscuit.
It's a biscotti.
that looks good.
Yeah, I think it's
I
just
think
a
that's
coffee
exactly what they
biscuit.
are. They're biscotti kind of things.
I don't know how you thought it would, but yeah. They're much softer than that.
I like that.
That's a good consistency.
It looks like it would kind of be like what, like the breadstick. That
It's
you
like a
get
vanilla wafer,
with,
but
Oh, I like that one
That's good.
better.
thinner and
The white
wafier.
that shit's delicious. That coffee one.
That was
The
good.
green one's way better,
That
but
was
they're
good.
good.
Those are really good.
Good job, Korea.
Yes, Korea.
And then we've got two benches. So a bench and a cock.
A bench and a cock.
And I don't, they literally say nothing. It just says bench on it.
Bench.
Ooh, that is good.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, those were crazy good.
That would be exceptional.
Those are
coffee,
really
too.
good. Here's the one.
So
Oh,
going.
these are a chocolate.
Ooh,
Oh, they're
the biscuit.
so it's a
almost like
Biscuit.
cookie
Oh yeah.
with chocolate on the other side.
Yeah, that
That
is not a
looks
cookie,
really
that is a
good.
biscuit.
Sophia,
Is it the
I'm gonna
same
punch
thing?
you. There you go.
Are both of them the same?
I don't. They said exactly the same. The label was exactly the same.
Yeah, these are the same. So we had something really similar to this in the Turkish box.
Yes.
where it was just like a dipped cookie like this. I freaking love these.
Yeah, that's great.
That's good.
I mean, you just can't go wrong with like animal cracker consistency of cookie dipped in chocolate.
Pretty much.
Like
I
it's,
like it. I just
you want
wish
this
it
piece?
wasn't dark chocolate.
Sure.
You know what I like too is that
Let's save the candies for last.
that packaging is legitimate. It's just one.
Oh,
It's just one.
oh, God.
Yeah, that's super delicious, right?
I really like
Ashton
it. I
can't
just wish
even
it
finish
wasn't dark
chewing.
chocolate.
Ashton
Like-
can't even finish chewing to get the words out. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So how do we? So I want to go back to a time where we were all like, "Ugh, I wish we could all have these subscriptions and then choose what we wanted to watch." And now everybody's doing it, and they're like damn near the same in cost as cable.
So the thing that I like is that you can bundle the three things for $12.95.
That's cool.
Then you can do Netflix,
Oh, here,
which
give me
is
the package because I don't know.
oh
what the fuck.
sorry.
I like that Disney did that because to me it screams that other
None of
people are
them.
probably going to start doing that as well with their streaming services.
So my thing is that if they keep bundling like that, if I have to pay what, like a total of about $20 for those three things and Netflix, I'm happy with that, you know? And then I have Amazon Prime for something else. So I have all the Amazon Prime stuff, but mostly I use Amazon Prime for the free shipping.
Right.
Because you just save a metric fuck ton of
I'm not
money
a fan
on
of
that.
This is just dry.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's funny, but
It's like a crappier version of that other flaky thing we had earlier.
I don't
Yeah.
like
I think
It's
it's
like
like
someone put the desert in my mouth.
that.
it has the same consistency as like a croissant. It has the like,
Little bit.
flaky-
Like a stale croissant.
Like
Well,
a
yeah.
Whiteheim
Dry.
and Chocoheim.
Chocolate.
White hazelnut and choco hazelnut. Not chocolate hazelnut.
not chocolate hazelnut.
Choco hazelnut.
Just like the sandwich crackers were not. They were a cracker sand.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Is it just like a bar of chocolate?
No,
But I
they're
mean-
like little cookies.
So you've got something on Amazon Prime. What do you watch on Amazon Prime? What's on the boys?
I watch
The Boys.
The Boys.
I
and
watch
then
all sorts of movies
Discovery is on CBS, the paid extra one. A lot of people watch that.
Not to mention all the
Bohemian Rhapsody is on Amazon Prime.
all of
No, but I mean just
all of my
just
movies are on Amazon Prime too, which I guess is just Amazon.
Oh, because you can rent them from
Buy.
Amazon. Oh, you can buy them from
I
Amazon.
have a huge movie library, but every Amazon
break
Prime
that up?
show is like pretty legit.
That's good.
Man in the High Castle, The Boys,
That's in like its 4th season, is it?
Fifth, I think.
You got the white kind, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. It's alright.
I
You
think
can have
that's
that, but I
white
don't like
chocolate.
white chocolate.
Plus, I have
White
CBS
chocolate
through there
and
too.
Dark chocolate.
Through Amazon?
Yeah,
What do you
The
have?
paid subscription?
I have CBS. Yeah.
So you can do you pay for that separately from Amazon
Yeah,
though, or
it's
is
like a $5 add-on.
Oh, okay, nice.
So I watch Young Sheldon on that. And
So
then-
Amazon
That's
does and Hulu both do like some things that are add-ons. Like I can get HBO on Hulu for like $4 more a month or
On
something
Amazon.
like that. Yeah. They
Well,
do a
it
bunch of
feels
little add-ons like
it
that.
feels
So
like
you
$2,
don't
I think.
necessarily have to pay the full price
Right.
for all of the subscriptions.
What did you say it
I
was?
don't like watching it.
The white one?
White
White chocolate hazelnut.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And then
It tastes like a Nutella, but just a different
You know what
color.
these remind me of? You know those like wafer
It
crackers?
doesn't taste like white chocolate.
It doesn't at all.
It
The
tastes
pink
just
ones?
like hazelnut. Yeah. Like
The
the
different colored ones.
Yeah.
that's good.
this
The
is
Mexican ones.
yeah. This just has that consistency.
I like the white one better. I don't say that often.
Alright,
I
our
think
last
that's really
piece of food it comes
Oh,
in the form
Are
of
we
candies.
not? Are we not going to do the drinks before the candies?
No. You want to do them before the candies? I was gonna do them last.
Oh, okay.
We want to do the drinks?
No, it's fine.
Alright, let's do the drinks.
That white one is good.
Milkus.
Yeah, everything's milk. too.
Milkus.
What?
That's Snoopy.
I wonder if that's legal.
What?
Having Snoopy on your
I'm sure it's
If they
licensed.
paid for it.
Like it's a Korean company, not a Russian company. So it's probably
I'm not sure what that means.
Russians and Chinese
Steal.
like
They
corporations
steal.
steal a lot more than we do.
Latte Milkus Melon. A melon carbonated drink.
And we looked these up.
No caffeine, no preservatives, no corn syrup.
They-
New feeling of soda beverage.
They are milky
That sounds
soda.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be.
Really?
It was
weird.
not very carbonated. I will tell you that.
There are like a billion different kinds of milky things in the Asian world.
I will.
They love
not-
the milk.
I'll refrain from telling you what that looks like.
It looks straight up like a glass full sea to me.
Yeah, they can see. They can see that
thank
this
you,
looks
Donna.
like.
I will not refrain.
Your dad's.
I don't want to drink
You got to. Sorry, you made the mistake of coming on.
it. I know.
Oh.
That's yours. Oh, are we splitting it into
Gabe
fours?
already drank that one.
No, I didn't. I
Did you
passed
drink
it
that
to
one?
you.
I don't know, whatever.
Here,
Oh.
let me
Doesn't
see
matter.
this one.
Who cares?
I was
No.
not dashed.
This, it smells good. It smells like candy.
Want to drink first?
It smells like a melon candy
You
of
want
some
a sip?
sort.
Take a sip. Let's see how
I
the
don't
kids
know if I
react
wanna
first.
drink that.
I don't know either.
Wait,
That doesn't taste bad.
Here, let me try.
No, it's not bad.
I like
It
that.
kind of looks like seltzer,
Yeah.
like an Alka-Seltzer.
That tastes good.
I just
It's not bad, and I would never choose to drink it.
It tastes like candy.
oh my gosh, it smells like bubblegum medicine.
It's bubble gum. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
It's nothing to do with any of the
I
flavors.
think it tastes
listed.
like something I've had before.
It does not taste bad.
I wouldn't buy this thing, but it's not bad.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't go out of my way to drink a
I
bunch of
actually
it.
really
It just
like
reminds me
that.
of
Have
a
it, dude.
fucking Red Bull.
But
just
like
without the caffeine.
the milkiness is not
I think it
like
fucks up.
super. It's not super overpowering at all.
Like it
I
smells
you would
like
never
bubblegum
even know.
medicine.
It
Unless
does
it
take
said
like that
yes.
bubblegum medicine when you're a kid.
It does
does.
taste like bubblegum medicine.
I didn't really get a
amoxicillin.
flavor.
I
so.
actually, I think it smells like that, but I don't think it tastes like
I
that.
drink the
think
shit
it
out of
tastes
that.
good.
Would
That was
you?
really good. Yeah,
Oh.
I really enjoyed that.
That may be the first time I've heard you be really excited about something in one of these.
We got
bunches.
one more.
No, I'm going to wash them out right
No, I don't care.
No, it'll
I
be
don't
fine.
care. Yeah.
All right.
Our next thing, this is a peach, I assume, right?
Sure looks like a
It looks
peach.
like a peach.
I fucking hate peach flavored stuff.
You really do.
I really do.
He
This is
despises
true.
If it's
them.
like natural peach flavor, I will enjoy it. If it is peach flavoring,
I'm so
I'm
afraid
gonna
of what our
fucking hate
stomachs are
this.
gonna do later.
We've been through 3 of these, so.
Yeah, but have you like layered a shit ton of Thanksgiving food on
no,
top of it?
no, that's true. There is no English on this, so I couldn't tell you if it was natural, unnatural, or what.
Look,
There's 0 English on there.
safe to assume that as a carbonated beverage, this is
There.
unnatural.
I
as
don't
fuck.
know that it's
Carbonated.
carbonated. It didn't
No.
bubble.
I wonder if this
That
is
is
like
what
a hume.
I don't know what you
I
just
wanna
said.
try that.
The juices, the juice.
Oh,
that-
Oh, I
Humex.
know what you're talking about.
The
now.
Humex.
This is just like
It looks like the
if you haven't had quite enough water, pee yet.
It's basically what my pee looks like all the time.
That's probably not good.
Oh, they're different. Look at his pour.
From
This-
the bottom of the cup?
Yeah, this. No. See.
Ours are like yellow.
So like, here's this.
Yeah.
Like this should have here.
They're definitely different shades.
Let's do a little bit of this.
Oh, God.
That was.
Oh, should we have shaken it?
I
Is that what you're
think-
thinking?
I think this.
Why did you pour it into the big cup?
I don't know. All right. Oh,
Now
that's.
just pour it back out. I gotta take this off anyways. This isn't a part of Thanksgiving.
Is this table a part of Thanksgiving?
Yes. The tablecloth is not.
All right. There we go.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Now do you
Hand
remember whose cup is who?
Oh, God, too late. We
It's
all
like
have
we
AIDS
did
now.
a fucking.
Can I try some?
Where's the ball? It smells
Oh,
very
Jesus.
peachy.
It smells like legit
It smells
peach.
It
peachy.
does.
Try it.
Oh, I like that too.
That's
I like this.
That's real peaches. There's definitely real
Ooh,
peaches
that
in
does
that.
smell like real peach.
I don't think it's carbonated though.
It tastes like you know those
Like a
peach
peach?
gummies?
Yeah,
It tastes like those.
a peach ring.
Just
Yeah.
less sweet.
Yeah,
This
just
is
like
good.
that.
This is
Finish
really
it.
good.
You can finish it.
This
If
is
this
really
was
good.
iced, it'd be delicious.
Yeah, that was really good.
That's
I like
fair.
that.
I like that a lot.
I think
That tastes
a lot
good.
of people
The
would
Koreans
like that
did
if
well
it had
on their
alcohol
drinks.
in it.
The fucking weird ass snacks though.
Some of their snacks are
Some
really
of them
good.
are-
You know
some
what
of
I really enjoyed too is the ramen.
That
The
that
first
fucking
ramen was
delicious.
great. I want to
Yeah.
buy
I
more of
agree with
those.
you.
I think
So-
that should be like an alcoholic drink, you know?
These
just
are
like the
just
flavoring
4
of it.
candies. There's
You don't
nothing
even
really
know
to
what
this.
alcohol tastes like, so you know, don't even pretend with that.
Actually, I have tried wine before, and it was
So
pretty
Ah.
Hannah, Dad gave it to us.
Alright,
It
so
was
I'm gonna
horrible.
try the ominous green one.
I'm gonna try.
Ashton's the
Ooh,
oldest, so he'll
I'm
get the
definitely
last
gonna
one.
try the orange one.
Never go for anything that you can't see.
Oh shit,
Can I
sorry.
try a little bit?
Oh, Jesus.
I just-
No,
we
this
can't
is a
break
hard
these apart.
candy, dude.
That's
Oh,
disgusting.
It's just gonna be us 4.
Mamos? Mamamos.
Mamamos.
Mama.
M-A-M-M-O-S.
Mine is strawberry. Yeah, well, there's strawberries on the package.
Oh, mine didn't say anything.
Mine says orange for sure.
It just has strawberries on it.
Yeah, mine doesn't say anything.
Yours is gonna be probably like green apple or something.
I bet yours is like a tea flavor.
I bet it'd be matcha or green tea.
I don't know. It does not have a very distinct flavor.
What's yours?
Cinnamon.
Mine tastes green.
Yours tastes green. Okay.
Mine does not taste anything like strawberries.
Mine tastes exactly like orange candy.
So you know those
This
little like...
is old women candy.
Yeah,
It is
old
old lady
ladies.
candy for
Gross.
sure.
So you know those like...
This is gross.
You know those tiny red like
Yeah.
balls that are just cinnamon? That's what this tastes like.
Nice.
Just one big
I
thing.
mean, it's okay. It's generic flavored. Is what
It's
I
just
guess.
it's basic
It's
hard
not-
candy.
Yeah.
And it's like gooey. I don't like this.
Oh, does yours have a gooey center?
No, it's just on the outside.
It's
like
sticky.
tacky.
Yeah.
I think that's probably has more to do with the travel.
Could be.
I think it's melon.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it is.
That would make a pretty indistinct flavor.
Yeah.
So,
It's bland.
Like honeydew or like
Yeah.
yeah.
The strawberry is really super light too. Like you can like barely get strawberry out of it.
mine
tastes
tastes like
green.
straight up orange.
When I put my
Like
hand...
it tastes like orange fucking soda candy. It's really delicious. I made the right choice.
Mine has like a slight burn
You
and then
have
a bit
chosen
of a taste.
Nice.
wisely.
So, verdicts. Juan, what was your favorite treat?
The first ramen noodle, for sure.
Least favorite?
The fucking fish snack bullshit. That was gross. I can't believe you ate like 7 of those.
I probably am gonna kill
It's
that package. I'm
disgusting.
not gonna lie.
Ugh.
Gabe and Petrie love those.
My
And
fa-
the drinks. The drinks were really good.
Honestly, I've never seen her go excitedly eat that, even from dog snacks.
Wow.
She fucking loved
Well,
that
maybe
shit.
She's gonna grow fins.
or she's gonna shit everywhere forever. My favorite for sure was that first ramen. That shit was amazingly
It
good.
was good.
My least favorite, I think, is the Popeyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Popeyes
The-
was fucking.
The fucking
Oh, the sawdust.
sugar
I hated it.
chow mein noodles. That's all they are. They're just chow mein noodles that you would get from the grocery
No, they
store.
had like another flavor too that was grosser.
They taste like animal crackers to me. Just boring animal crackers.
I did like the first ramen. I liked the fries.
Oh, the chili.
Yeah, the like ketchup fries.
The tomato chili.
And then I liked the pastry with the.
The apricot one. That one was pretty good.
Those are
I was underwhelmed by the heat coming from the bags that I thought had heat on them.
Yeah.
Nothing was even remotely hot besides
Except for the
ramen.
first noodle.
Yeah. Everything that said chili, I expected to be as hot as that ramen.
Yeah.
And all of it was sweet. Like, even the savory snacks were a little sweet.
Yeah.
Except for the fish.
Yeah. I was
No, the
fucking
fish was kind of
I
sweet.
It is a
almost
little
threw up.
sweet. I know. I was really hoping you would
Ugh.
throw up on camera.
Ugh.
Because that screams, go viral.
we
Hannah, what was your
need
favorite?
to get a TOTLB bucket.
My favorite was probably like this thingy,
Oh, the little wafers?
the little white and
The white chocolate and
Yeah.
chocolate wafers?
And
Sounds straight
my
up like
least
Nazi food.
favorite was
Chocolate.
my least favorite was probably that thingy.
Okay. One of the chili snacks?
I liked the other chili snack, but that one was just gross.
Ash, what was your favorite, least favorite?
I really enjoyed the Popeyes, but I also really enjoyed pretzels, so it just tasted like eating a bag of pretzels with sugar, which
Yeah.
I've done before on multiple occasions.
How about your
Um,
least favorite?
I didn't even try the fish.
So
and
you're just
the
assuming
fish
least...
is just horrible.
It was gross.
Yeah,
It was gross.
I like
It
it.
was good.
Anyway, all right, Sophia, what was your favorite, least favorite?
My favorite was probably like the melon soda that smelled like bubblegum. I think that was my favorite.
It was good.
But my least favorite was definitely like the tea moon cake. Like the
Ugh.
Yeah, the matcha
I-
mooncake was
I
kind of weird
liked
too.
that.
like I don't like mint flavor in general, so that
I just
was
don't
really
It's not
gutty.
mint
Tastes
though.
like marshmallows.
That's the
I
thing.
know, but it tastes like minty.
Well, there you go. We had Korean snacks. We talked about Disney Plus. Sounds like Disney Plus is going to be a plus.
Stupid dad.
Was that the cool joke?
Yeah,
Is that how we're ending this?
That was my dad
episode?
joke. No. Be sure to subscribe. Hit the
Calendar's
subscribe.
still moving forward. I want to talk about that really quick.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
we got hopefully our last 2 models today. Everybody else should be confirmed, but I'm waiting on 2 last models, and that's it.
nice.
And they both expressed interest over the last 2 days, so we should be good on that. Fucking Doyle better be there, or I'm gonna punch him in his fucking face.
I knew nothing about it till the date was set and location.
Well, nobody knew about it until the day was set in location. I didn't even know about it until then.
I'm trying to get it off.
You knew about it when we knew about it.
You're gonna get it off. I'll call in as your dead father
Yeah.
or something. Be like, I died. He's got to go to a funeral today, right now.
Your dad died like 12. Yeah.
Shut up.
You're like 14.
It's my ghost dad. Hannah, what are you doing back
She's
there?
eating a ring pie.
Get out of here.
But yeah, that's happening on the 24th in Loveland. I won't disclose where. Nobody will care, but I
Right.
don't want anybody to fuck with this lady's house. There's a pink Cadillac apparently outside.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my truck just in case somebody wants to pose in front of a truck.
Go over there.
What truck?
My white truck
There's
ever?
a big white truck.
Stop stepping on the dog.
Well,
Be
pay attention to where
careful.
you're going.
Oh, the dog just constantly is underfoot.
I know,
No,
but
him and his soul.
But yeah, I'm gonna take the truck just in case because it has that. It's a '97, so it has kind of an old feel to it.
yeah.
But we'll have the whole house, so 2 bedrooms, tub, couch, whatever to use for photographing.
It's
Yeah.
going to be exciting. I think it's going to be really good.
Photography.
Sounds like it's going to be a legit pinup calendar. We're not
Yes.
going to be in it anymore. Just because we had so much interest in.
It's weird because we did, and then we made the decision. All right, we're just gonna make it real. And then like 10 women were like 10 people. It wasn't even women; it was men too. Who were like, "Yeah, I'm excited. Here's some pictures. Let me know." And then we let them know, and they just never responded again.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
People.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to put up we once we set the date and the time and all that, we had 3 people that couldn't
Couldn't do
it.
it because of work
And
and,
so we
stuff.
had
Have you thought
to-
about overbooking it too? Because like people are bound not to show.
I hope not.
At
I
this,
don't know. These
at-
12 people who I've
seem
pretty
legit?
consistently spoken to them.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I'll bring Petrie.
yeah,
She
very
can be a
featured.
month
She
if
can be
somebody
in
doesn't
there.
show up.
yeah.
Anna,
Little bow
Anna's
on her.
gonna be a month if she doesn't.
If she has to.
If she has to, she sent us. I hope she's okay with me showing you guys this. You're host.
Yeah, I know
So
her.
she has to be right. So there's nothing like weird, but that's
Anna.
she's Anna.
I don't know
She's
who that is.
she's the photographer.
Oh, okay.
No, she's my friend. I know her. Oh, that's a cute dress.
Yeah, so she's sent us because she's gonna be on the cover with us 3. As I assume that Tim will not be there. That's just an assumption of mine, though.
It's Sunday, you might be.
We won't be doing anything but
But the photo
shooting.
shoot,
So I am gonna take
Are
everything.
people coming like with their own style, like
Yes.
their own ideas?
Yes.
Okay, we don't have like
A theme.
wardrobes or
No.
No.
We are
No.
Good.
not rich enough for that.
Well, and because at the end the pictures are gonna be theirs. It's not. I mean, it'll be theirs, but it's not as much theirs if we dress them. And plus, these people don't know us, so I thought.
Sure.
And we're not like photographers. This isn't some shit we do every day. So I thought it would be weird if I was like, wear this underwear or something. You know what I mean?
I didn't know if we were gonna have like a makeup artist there or something.
So I'm trying to get somebody to come help with that
like
stuff.
a hair
So,
person.
So and Anna will be there. She says she can do makeup and hair if needed. And I've been telling everybody that we'll have somebody to do touch-ups. So hopefully they're showing up dressed and kind of ready to go.
Yeah.
There will be hopefully time for wardrobe changes if somebody wants to put out a couple different outfits or something like that too. But
it's definitely going to be
It's
an
moving
all-day
forward.
thing. Yeah.
yeah, it's moving forward.
So should be
So
awesome.
you better be there.
I'm really trying.
Don't try. Do it.
I hear that like 6 times a week, Doyle. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Don't try, just do it.
Yeah.
With that
Are
said.
you ready?
We gotta
Yeah,
shoot
I'm
the
always ready.
podcast.
With that said, we're going to move on to the podcast. I'll probably just keep this live streaming on
Yeah.
Twitch
We're gonna go off
and
of Facebook
YouTube,
until
but
later.
we'll be going off of, until about probably 4:30 when we'll come back for fan interaction. let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh, be sure to subscribe. Hit us up on Facebook if you're watching there. Give us a like. Go to YouTube, tinyurl.com/TOTLBtube. Give us a like. We're up to 78 subscribers now. Find us on Twitch, twitch.tv/OutsideLongbox. And of course, you can find us on Instagram or Twitter @OutsideLongbox. All the different ways to find us. Facebook, we will talk to you soon. Twitch and YouTube, we're going to keep streaming, probably take a quick break, and then reconvene to start recording the episodes. Bye.
Alright. Everything should be set up over here too. I just gotta go.
You just one more. Just one more.
Let's clear this shit.
Try one of these?
Oh. If a dog is eating it like that,
Too slowly.
You get there?
Don't choke yourself. You like Korean fish snacks? Hey, calm down.
Petrie is a good dog, but can be very crazy.
Yeah, she's still a puppy.
It's a she.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's only 3 months old. She's pretty good.
Oh. Yeah. The dog is not that old.
Taste that game. Tell me what you think.
What was that?
I never made it before. I like it, but here's the big one. It's like a casserole, but or it's supposed to be like stuffing, but I didn't put enough stuffing. But it still tastes really good, I think. I didn't see anyone bring stuffing, so I should have put more stuff.
Somebody's bringing stuffing.
You know what? It's like just Thanksgiving dinner, like in a pot.
Kind of what I'm feeling for.
Put it like.
Yeah, you take it.
Hey, where are you guys almost here? At least you said you guys were on your way. Will you? Is there any way you can stop by Heritage? I need smoker pellets.
Okay, is it okay if I'm doing kind of an activity now, so, and then
Yeah, I like the flavor. I think I need more stuffing to make it more stuffy.
It should be fine. If it, we're just about to record, we're a little behind ourselves, and so I was like, fuck, I want to get this done before everybody gets here. Yeah.
Right.
I just don't know if
Okay,
she's
yeah,
gonna
sounds
go
good.
back. They might go right through. They might not.
Okay.
Then we will head out.
Yeah, just let me know when, and if it just gets to be too late, I'll try and have somebody run out or something. But if you just keep me up to date, will you please?
Yeah, I will.
Cool.
I'll text you kind of when we're getting close.
Okay. Cool.
What are you
Thank you.
smoking?
Uh-huh.
Turkey.
The turkey?
You haven't started cooking the turkey yet?
No, both. They're going right now.
Oh.
I went and bought it was half full, and I went and bought a new bag this morning, and I'm already almost through.
Okay.
The one turkey has to be smoked for 10 hours.
Yeah, it was like Thanksgiving's not happening till 1 o'clock in the morning.
This turkey was in the smoker for about 4 hours before it came inside.
You don't need to wait any longer, Juan. Get the Note 10 Plus.
Get the Note 10 Plus?
Phone is fucking the best phone I ever had by a million degrees.
Yeah?
Dude. The battery life's fucking insane.
We were looking at for Black Friday what for a phone. I think that was kind of hopefully the next big purchase.
Like last night, there was nothing to do last night at work, really. I watched movies when I got there till when I left, and when I left it was at 40% my battery. It was constantly streaming content the entire day.
Dude, that's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah.
So
My old phone, I'd have to charge it in the middle of the night. The camera is like legit. The phone is awesome.
Are you gonna sit right there still, Juan?
I can move too. We need to move around. You want to move here? Where I normally sit? Or is this setup good?
I think this setup's good as long as Juan stays kind of like
no,
right there. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, sodas by chance?
I do. I don't have a ton of them, but they're in the hallway.
Bring another one up and put it in the freezer. I said bring one more. I'm gonna put it in the freezer. If I knew how, I would have honestly made like wheat brownies.
Oh, my back is so fucked up.
Somebody would have ate them.
I think everybody would have eaten them because I wouldn't have told anybody.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't eat your brownie.
I'd be like, these are brownies.
One, I don't like brownies, and then any kind of brownie made by a pothead, I'm just not trying.
Oh, I would have smashed some
I told you.
I just think it'd be funny if the entire Thanksgiving party's high as fuck.
Well, I know at least some of it will be.
Yeah, they were talking about bringing weed before you said it too.
If people were cool, then I honestly would have.
Who's not cool with it? They're gonna be smoking
You
tonight.
said I brought.
There's so many people were coming. It didn't sound like a let's have weed type of thing.
Well,
To
we're
me,
not gonna be smoking in the house or anything, but they're gonna be smoking
super
weed.
clear
Yeah.
that everywhere I go is a let's smoke weed type of thing.
That to me is like discriminate weed use. It's like you and Mel, I can see doing it, but it didn't seem like it was like a.
Oh, Devin's bringing.
Devin smokes.
At the
If Tom comes, he's gonna smoke. His wife will probably smoke.
I know now. I didn't know.
Damn it, Doyle.
Hannah's been picking it up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's live streaming right now. My 8-year-old doesn't smoke weed.
She's really into edibles, but she don't smoke.
That's funny.
Please don't get CPS called on me. Oh,
Fuck CPS.
Yeah, fuck CBS. And PBS.
What's PDS? Oh, what is PDS actually?
I said PBS.
Oh, I thought you said PDS. I don't know what that is.
Remember we were supposed to become rappers and we never did that?
no, where you postponed it.
Oh, okay. I just thought I thought about it honestly for the first time today. I was like, fuck, I never did that.
No, we're Juan and I talked about postponing it until after the new year because we're doing the calendar right now, and then we'll try to be SoundCloud rappers and raise money for charity. My SoundCloud rap name is gonna be
D's nuts.
I was thinking more like DJ
Dwarf
Bitch
Giant?
Tits.
I was
Ooh,
thinking Dwarf Giant.
DJ Dwarf Giant.
Yeah,
I like
bro.
that. Or MC Dwarf Giants a lot.
Do you giant a lot? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Do you a giant, bro?
Do you even giant, bro? What do we want to do first?
Pop culture is normally second. You want to just do Mandalorian?
Yeah, and then we'll do Children of Men, and then we'll talk about dystopians.
Dystopians.
And then the listener?
Yeah.
Or we dystopia.
I'm going to have to get up in 20 minutes to baste. Well, we should be good.
To free-based?
Yeah.
Ooh, that could be Juan's rap name.
Oh, that's
The
a good rap
free-baster?
name.
Yeah.
Free-based?
Isn't that drug usage?
Free-base? Yes, that's called crack.
Free base.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
hardcore that we got.
No, he's not.
You're like MC free-based. And people are like, man, he does a lot of crack. Nah, he makes lots of turkey.
Intro?
Sure.
This is not gonna be
Oh, what
talking
episode is
bacon.
this?
Oh, shit. Ah. Why the fuck can I not type today?
He even makes turkey bacon. While he's talking rapping.
I can't believe the fucking Broncos lost.
I can.
They had a 23-0 lead. 155.
Okay.
I can really believe it.
in a house where people can and yet can't believe that the Broncos lost. This is episode 153 of Thinking Outside the
155.
Like I said, 155 of Thinking Outside the Long Box with Juan, Gabe, and Doyle.
Who the fuck's Tim?
I think I got that. Alright, we're jumping right in.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode
You may have
155.
jumped on way fucking too soon.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 155 of Thinking Outside the Long Box.
You've been welcome twice.
I'm Gabe,
I'm Juan.
I'm Doyle.
and today we are going to be speaking about Disney Plus's new Star Wars live-action show,
Yes.
The Mandalorian.
Or Mandalorian.
Or just,
Somebody says
hey,
it like that?
Mando.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird.
I love it. I love that Mando is the
Yeah.
slur for Mandalorians.
It's like the racist slur.
Mostly because I know someone named Mando. I think it's Mondo.
Mondo, bro.
But still,
I,
it's
was like, I
hilarious.
know a Mondo as well, but I don't know a Mando.
I call him Mando because it's
I mean,
funny to me.
But is he a Mando?
Yeah, his name's Armando.
I assumed.
Even when I say his name right, I realize that calling him Mando is wrong, but that's okay. So, I've only watched the first episode of this.
I also have only watched the first episode of this.
There are only
I
They're
couldn't.
like 24 minutes long.
No, they're
No, they're not. They're an hour.
No, they are not an hour.
Yes, they are.
They're like 40 minutes,
That's
dude.
it. That's it.
Runtime 29 to 38 minutes.
Huh.
The booyah.
The first one definitely was the 38-minute mark.
Yeah, the second one is not.
Huh, that's weird.
That is weird. I haven't
It's
watched
weird
it
that they're
because
variable run times.
the streaming service that I used to watch them did not work.
Just never mind. I'm not even gonna try to
Yes.
fix that one.
Yeah, the streaming service Disney Plus.
The first episode was cool though. I liked it a lot.
Very cool with the crazy surprise ending. So what's the synopsis? After the stories of Jango and Boba Fett, another warrior emerges in the Star Wars universe. The Mandalorian is set after the fall of the Empire and before the emergence of the First Order. The series depicts a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic.
Plays very much like a cross between like Akira Kurosawa samurai movies and a western. Like this show is basically a western in space.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty great.
I'm so far, and I do like it, but nowhere near as hyped on it as everybody else.
Absolutely not. Me either.
And I thought the production value of the first episode was a little, like, YouTube showish. Like,
I hear though that was
The
made
second
before they
episode-
decided to make it into a series.
So it was a
I hear
pilot.
that was the pilot. Yeah.
the second episode has much better special effects, in my opinion.
That makes sense to me.
But yeah, it's a good show.
I enjoyed the first episode. I liked it a lot. The level of holy shit, that's the greatest show I've ever seen ever in my entire life ever that's on the internet is
I don't
really
get it.
weird to me. Like I'm
Because the
not.
first episode's it's a little meh.
It's a little
I
slow.
enjoyed it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
not.
it's on the line.
It wasn't meh for me, but it wasn't like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Exactly.
It was good.
It's just good.
Yeah, I guess it's a notch above meh. I liked it.
Yeah.
The end of it was really good.
The end is
Where
cool.
him and the robot are gunfighting everybody.
So that's
I know
not.
the robot has a name, but I
It's
can't
not
remember.
IG-88, but it is an
Oh,
IG.
okay.
So
It is
Is IG-88 gonna be?
IG-11.
Is 88 gonna be in the series because he's like
I hope so.
an IG model at least is in the promotion like cover.
Yeah. It's freaking hilarious. Like the robot itself is hilarious. I love interactions
trying
between
to
humans and
kill
droids.
Yeah.
Don't
self-destruct.
self-destruct. Like he keeps having to convince him to not suicide. Like
Who's the actor's name who plays the alien too who just like shuts him down? I have spoken.
I don't know.
That character's good.
I know that the guy that's on the land speeder on the first planet, when he kidnaps that guy, the guy that's like the land speeder taxi driver
Oh yeah.
that gets eaten by the walrus dinosaur,
Yeah.
that's Brian
Yeah, I
Posehn,
know
and I
that.
thought that was really cool.
Yeah, better get off the ice then.
Do you think there's anything to really worry about? Oh no, there's a lot to like about it.
Is the bounty hunter show. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's like Dog the Bounty Hunter, bro.
No, it's not.
To me, it felt
it's
like
entertaining.
I liked Dog the Bounty Hunter. I thought that was entertaining.
I feel like his character is weird though. He's like too cool about everything. It's like I don't care who you are or what you're from. Like a giant walrus is threatening to play in the ocean, your heartbeat will rise slightly.
Well,
He's
you
back
don't.
there like, get off.
But you
whatever.
don't. But you don't know that because you can't see his face. There's no.
It's the tone in his voice, like in the projection that he puts out.
But that might just be
Yeah, it could
something
be.
that he's filtering through his mask. Like who
It could
knows? You have no idea.
There are times when I'm like legit fucking freaked out, but I'm so in the zone of what's going on that I don't express the holy fuck. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not saying he has to express it. It just to me it comes off like it's never there.
Maybe he
Like there's
encounters
never
those
any
things all the
emotion.
time.
Is he a
Bro.
Vulcan?
It's
Is
true.
he a Vulcan?
You never.
Is
You
he
don't.
a
Who knows?
Vulcanorian? Or,
A
I
Vulcan
don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't think you're
So, what did you guys think about kind of expanding the Mandalorian, the ideas of like the Mandalorian like tribe,
Well, it's only been touched on, I think, in like comics, books, and video games, really.
and the novels? It touches on it
Yeah,
in
the
the
books.
old novels
Yeah.
quite a bit.
So that's cool. If you're gonna bring that whole like warrior race, well, not really a race, but like
Tribe, basically.
yeah, tribe.
And the whole idea that they're trying to get the steel,
Yeah.
and that if you bring back steel, they make you a piece
Yeah,
of your armor.
You kind of earn your spot.
Yeah.
I had to look that up
Society.
because I had no idea what was going on.
Right.
When she made it.
Yeah. I don't know a ton. There's like I said, I've read some back about them. I've seen them in the video games a couple times. So
Oh no, I think that's really cool.
I don't know anything about the Mandalorians.
So they're a tribe. They're a tribe of hunters, basically, and they're trying to
warriors.
they're trying to basically get their treasure back, which is the steel that they use to create their armors.
It's evidently really badass steel.
Yeah, that the Empire stole from them.
Mm-hmm.
They stole the steel.
Damn dirty empire.
Yeah, the Empire kind of.
Mandalorians are a fictional race of people from the planet Mandalore in the
Fictional.
Star Wars franchise created by
I guess they
George
are a race,
Lucas.
then.
First conceptualized for The Empire
Or
Strikes
species.
Back as a group of white armored super commandos, the idea developed into a single bounty hunter character, Boba Fett. Although the term Mandalorian is never used in the films, the popularity of Boba Fett inspired an extensive number of works about Mandalorians in the Star Wars expanded universe, also known as non-canon legends. Yeah, they're known for their iconic armor.
I don't know. It's cool. I'm excited to see what they do with the show, and I love like that they're kind of bringing in. I like the idea that they took the novels and stuff and said these aren't canon anymore, but they're like the urban legends and mythology that the universe has. So it allows them to stay as part of the show and part of like the universe.
They're recanonizing them.
In a way, but they're saying they're legends. Like
Right.
they're the urban legends that people tell each other kind of thing.
And they reincarnated Yoda. We should probably throw that out there at some point.
Well, did they though?
It's not reincarnated. From everything I read, it's just another
it's
one.
It's a Yoda child.
Yeah.
Okay, well he's trying to like force abuse as an animal in the second movie.
No. So yeah. So everything I've read, of course, we don't know because
Yeah.
it's only 2 episodes deep.
It's not they call him Yoda. in the
But
second
everything
episode either.
everything I've read says that he's 50 years old, so they just speculate that beings of that species are just force sensitive, and so they just have it in them. And
The baby's 50 years old.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
They
he says.
said-
It's
he
a
says that.
50-year-old target.
He goes, I thought the target was supposed to be 50 years old.
Oh, I
and the
thought it was
robot
like cryogenically frozen.
and
or
No.
the droid says other races age differently
Yeah.
than ours.
something. Oh, I didn't pick that up. That's crazy. 50-year-old.
So he's an infant. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
then
that
the IG's like, I've been told to terminate it. He's all plow.
and this happens after everything else. So
That's why I
Yoda's
thought it
dead
was.
at this
That's why I
point.
thought it was a reincarnated, like a Yoda force birthed himself back into the world. That's what I thought, but I don't know. I haven't read that anywhere. That's just what I was assuming.
I saw it and then I was like, whoa, shit, is that Yoda? And I just went to go see what everybody else was saying.
Yeah.
And the speculation is that he's just another of whatever the fuck that race is.
I think
and
they're
that
called
they happen
Yodas.
to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a pink one in one of the movies.
Here, you want me to look?
Yeah. What's a Yoda called?
Oops, not Yoda.
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 Did you mean yoga?
What race is Yoda?
First appearing in the original Galaxy, he's amongst the most powerful members of the Jedi before his return. Doesn't say.
Yeah, this is definitely an okay Google, what race is Yoda? Did my phone just do it?
Yes, it did.
Series creator George Lucas opted to have many details of the character's life history remain unknown. Yoda's race and homeworld have not been named in any official media, canonical or otherwise, and he is merely said to be of a species unknown. So you don't know.
That's weird because there's another one of him in like the Phantom Menace, I think.
Yeah, and in the books,
Hey,
there's
peek.
there's a female Yoda.
Oh,
Yoda. Yodo. No, that's backwards. I don't know.
I don't know.
We should stop trying.
It's not weird.
So, as a part of like the Disney Plus, like obviously, if you saw our snacks video, which we recorded earlier today, but if you didn't, you can check it out on YouTube at youtube.com/ or tinyurl.com/totlbtube, where you can find it on Twitch at twitch.tv/outside-longbox, or you should be able to find at least a good chunk of the stream where we talked about Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But Mandalorian, as a part of Disney Plus, like, do you think that, like, obviously it's a big draw to have like original Star Wars content.
Yeah.
Do you think that it would be viable?
People are losing their damn minds.
They really are. Like, do you think it'd be viable for more people to go to Disney Plus than say like Netflix or Hulu just because of like Star Wars or just because of Marvel?
Well, I mean, look at how much original content does Netflix actually make?
A lot.
I mean, how much? What do we watch that's original content?
I watch quite a bit. Largely, it's not stuff for the show though. It's like documentary
what is it?
stuff. And
Queer Eye, Altered Carbon.
Queer Eye is a Netflix property?
Yeah.
Oh, they bought it?
Tons of stand-up specials.
Not specials though. I'm just talking about series or movies.
I mean,
I gotta look at stuff.
Yeah.
The only reason I say that is because there's just so much girth coming from
Damn right there.
Disney Plus. Because you've got all of the fucking Marvel series coming. All of their movies are gonna hit. You know what I mean? I feel like Disney's creating more original content. That's
So,
to come.
I don't know if
here we go.
Netflix is creating or if they're buying a lot of overseas
They're
stuff.
creating a lot
But
of
I've been
stuff.
watching a lot of overseas shows, like horror shows.
Well,
So-
see, and that's what I
here we
mean.
go though. Stranger Things, Orange is the New
Stranger
Black,
Things, yeah.
House of Cards,
Orange is the
Unbreakable,
New Black is ending, and so is Stranger Things.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Narcos, Black
There's at least one
Mirror,
more season.
Marco Polo,
Stranger Things.
OA is done, Sense8 is done, Mindhunter, Hemlock Grove, Altered Carbon, Series of Unfortunate Events,
I think that's done too.
Chilling Adventures of Sabrina,
Yeah.
Ozark, Grace and Frankie. Like, there's dozens of Netflix original shows.
But we're talking from this point forward, if that's what
Another
we're talking
Life.
about.
Yeah.
If we're switching from Netflix right now to Disney, I feel like you have more to look forward to in Disney Plus than you do from Netflix.
Probably, yeah. Just at this particular point,
Right,
I would
right.
say.
I think
And
it
that's
depends-
because Disney
I think it
wasn't
depends
around
on the content
5
you
years
want.
ago.
What's that?
I think it really depends on the content you want. Because, like I said, just
Well, that's why I'm talking about just original
Yeah.
stuff, because Netflix will buy other properties or
but you can't get those anywhere here. Like I've never seen some of these shows
Or even heard of them. Yeah.
and it's like a French horror television show.
Or like Korean,
You'll
like
never get that here. So
like-
it's like it might as well be original.
there's a lot of like Israeli shows and Canadian television and stuff that you just don't see here at all. Like, I don't know, it's interesting.
So you asked the question,
yeah.
and my take on it is as an average viewer,
Lost in Space.
that's what you're going to gear towards is Disney. As
Probably.
an average viewer,
Yeah.
we're not average because you tend to lean towards weird, foreign things and different things. I tend to lean towards different things. I just feel like as an average consumer at this point in time, Disney Plus has so much more to offer. Let's just say in the next 10 years
Than
than
Netflix.
Netflix
I
does.
think so too. Like, do
At
you
least right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
do you think Disney Plus is going to be super damaging to Netflix? Because I think it is.
I feel like it has already.
Yeah.
I think people are just gonna have both.
Well, I don't think Netflix is gonna go bankrupt or anything. I definitely think that with Disney pulling everything that they had on Netflix, plus anything in the future, I feel like and all the shit they bought from Fox and all that stuff. I feel
Honestly,
like
as
it's
someone who watches Netflix, I didn't even notice they pulled anything.
So say you could only have one. If you could only pick Netflix or the Disney Plus, not the Hulu package, just Disney Plus.
Again, but we're not like the normal thing because
I know,
I would
but
pick Netflix.
you would too. I think I would, but just because of what I watch. But I think you're right. I think the average viewer, if you have to make a choice between one or the other,
well, because
is picking Disney
you've got
Plus.
all the Marvel shows
Probably
coming,
like
all the Marvel movies,
80%.
Pixar. You just have so much cool things coming out
And
of Disney.
super popular things already. And there's so much that's enticing to it, like full run of The Simpsons, full run of Gargoyles, full run of, every fucking Star Wars. Yeah, all the Star Wars movies, like all that stuff is.
It's a great series. I'll have to see the numbers. I just think most people are gonna have both.
I agree with
that.
I agree with you. I agree.
I don't see it's gonna hurt anything really.
From what I've heard, those stocks and stuff, it already has hurt Netflix.
But there's not always that initial bump. Hulu did the same thing when it first came out.
This is true.
See, I didn't get a lot of hype from Hulu when it first came
Hulu
out.
rolled out very slow because originally Hulu was just a website that you could go to that would aggregate any station that had streaming material on it. So ABC, CBS, Fox, whatever.
Certain shows.
Mostly though, if you had streaming on your website, you could go to Hulu as like a one-stop shop for any station that was streaming stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, I don't know. Like, Hulu just wasn't originally what it is now. Like, Hulu's a very different thing from when it started. Just like Netflix.
Terrible TV shows.
Netflix was just a DVD delivery service. For like the longest time.
And I prefer Blockbuster than Netflix.
You can still do that. The Netflix DVDs.
You can, which is crazy.
And there's all sorts of crazy shit on there that you can find.
For me personally, I think Disney Plus has so much more that I'm going to watch. I went to Netflix when I wanted to watch an offshoot or something weird and strange. But yet, I think just in the future, I think Disney Plus has more to offer for me as a consumer.
Yeah. What time do you have to baste?
It'll beep at me.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
I appreciate you.
I don't want you to miss out on your free basting.
So I'm the opposite, really. Like, besides the cartoons, Disney Plus is like a really linear type of shows to me that I don't always want to watch. So it's like I'll be in the mood to watch a Marvel movie, then yeah. But I'll be in the mood to watch a Pixar or Disney or something like that.
Well, but I'm talking about future stuff too, because we already know the next 6 years of Marvel TV shows. I know that Pixar's putting out these.
Oh, but if
these
it's about
movies
driving content, I would definitely go to Netflix because Netflix is literally coming out with dozens of things a month that I didn't even know were coming.
Yeah.
As far as like anticipation, I go with Disney Plus
And that's
because I know about them.
That's not just shows either. Like that's Netflix original movies, stand-up specials.
Well, that's why I asked. Like stand-up specials is not that. I don't.
For me,
really
it is. We watch a ton of stand-up.
I'm just like
specials
as far
at
as
home.
like
I'd rather catch up on a show.
A wide variety of content, and Netflix is still
I agree.
way up
I
on
agree with
Disney
that.
Plus.
I agree with that. Because it's just Disney stuff, whereas Netflix is buying rights to other things. That's why they're very similar but different.
Oh, jeez.
When you're a new person, she's asking.
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's just my thoughts. I do agree. I don't think most people agree with me. Or get.
Oh my goodness. Sorry.
I'm curious how much content Netflix would have if you took away all the stuff that they buy rights to. Because that would be a more closer apples to apples comparison of the two companies.
Well,
I
no,
will tell
because
you-
Disney bought the rights to a lot of stuff too.
I will
All
tell you
that
a lot
Fox
of-
They bought
content.
the company.
Yeah,
They're not,
that's
they're
fair.
not
That's fair.
licensing out the property.
That makes sense.
I'll tell you, if you take Disney Plus's biggest show and Netflix's biggest show, I think Netflix has a better show.
Which
You think Mandalorian is their biggest show, right? That's what they're touting?
Right
Yeah.
now, yeah.
Right? Okay.
Stranger Things, I think, is a better show than Mandalorian.
Oh,
Like,
for sure. I would
Yeah, but
agree.
you have 3 seasons,
I don't
4
care.
seasons.
The first season.
It was good.
I was
first-
hooked from like the first fucking episode.
The first episode of Stranger Things grabbed me a lot
Who's
better
at
than
the
the
door?
first episode
Somebody
of
at the door?
Mandalorian.
I don't like this.
I don't think.
Alicia texted me asking who was at the door. She's like, who the hell is the kid at the door?
It's probably just Ashton or Sophia.
Yeah, but she would know who those two are.
I don't know.
I mean, either way, it's a kid, and we don't need him in here.
Nobody likes kids.
Also, I just enjoy like shit getting released all at once as opposed to waiting.
Oh, I don't mind waiting. I like week-to-week episodes still.
I don't.
Like.
Ashton's sitting with some white kid.
Oh, that's his friend Austin.
Oh.
His friend Austin lives just literally on the other side of your cul-de-sac.
Dude?
Yeah, she has no thought process in the fact that she's gonna take like what for her would be a 4-story fall.
Yeah.
She's just like, fuck it, let's go. Concussion, broken leg.
So at this point, I'm pretty interested in bundling the Disney Plus and ESPN Plus with my Hulu. So
it doesn't do
ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus.
It doesn't do.
You
Hulu.
watch ESPN?
No, but it comes as a package. Like it's a bundle.
It doesn't do commercialless Hulu, which sucks.
I don't mind that. I watch commercial Hulu all the time.
I'd pay more. I'm saying if it did. You can bump it up to $15.99 if that commercialless Hulu.
You'd be down.
Yeah, I would. Well,
So for me right now, Mandalorian gets a thumbs up.
Yeah,
It for sure gets a thumbs up. I'm excited to see where the series goes. Like, I'm not, like, so overly impressed that I'm, like, shitting myself over it, but it's definitely a good show.
I honestly only watched the second episode. I would have watched it, but I only watched it as soon as I did because we were talking about it.
Right.
Otherwise, I probably would have watched it later this week or something.
I was trying to watch it.
I told Juan that I probably wasn't going to watch any of the show until it was, like, 3 episodes deep or something like that. So,
Yeah.
We're good.
but then I watched it because we're recording.
You're good if you want to end too.
Yeah, so with that said, let's go ahead and wrap up. We all give Mandalorian a thumbs up. Check it out. If you have any experiences with Disney Plus, let us know.
Disney Plus also a thumbs up for the most part.
And if you find something interesting that you think we would enjoy on Disney Plus that's completely random that you found kind of on accident, like we had talked about earlier, some of the things on Disney Plus, it'll give you recommendations for something that you couldn't find in like a regular menu and stuff like that. So let us know if you see something really cool that you think we would like, and we kind of want to know what you guys are thinking about that. You can communicate with us in several different ways. Go to facebook.com/thinkingoutsidethelongbox, Twitter or Instagram @OutsideLongbox, or of course you can find us on YouTube at tinyurl.com/TOTLBTube, on Twitch at twitch.tv/OutsideLongbox, or you can find us on Twitter or Instagram @OutsideLongbox. That's most of the ways that you can find us, I'm pretty sure. With that said, I've been Gabe.
I'm Doyle.
I'm on!
He's freebasting.
Tim is not here.
Bye!
Did you press stop?
Just now.
Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say that yesterday in the message, but Tim's like, the oldest. What?
Oh, I was just pointing at taking a break, Twitch.
Tim was like, the oldest kid's in the hospital. I was gonna be like, if he dies, he dies.
Yeah,
but I was like,
don't
I
say
shouldn't do
that.
that.
Don't say that. That's awful. He's like going through like some actual serious shit.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, I don't know how actually sick this kid is, so I shouldn't say that.
No, not you. I just said hi to Austin. I don't care about you.
Did she go to the bathroom? Okay. Did she stay in the yard for the most part? I'm not around here. Whoa!
So I did not get a chance to watch Children of Men, so
Go out there.
it's been a minute since I've seen it. I wanted to, I just ran out of time.
Ready?
Yeah, always.
It was as good as I remember it being.
It was alright.
You are alone.
Shit, I need that. Silver timer.
Set the timer.
Basting fluids. Empowering.
For the outside.
Boys. Deep fisting.
Wow.
Awkward.
Intro. 156.
Yeah, thanks.
Comes right after 155.
Usually once I get the first one, I have the rest
157.
of them.
I said 154 last time. He went backwards.
So not too bad.
I'm thinking, sorry. Another van full of white guys he loves, huh? From right next to Juan and right next to Doyle, making me some kind of manwich, you're listening to Thinking Outside the Long Box with Juan, Gabe, and Doyle.
Airtight.
I wouldn't eat that manwich.
Airtight.
Your coughs are so loud.
What?
Your coughs are so loud. What did Taylor say? You fucking you
When I blow my nose
like
I
a
honk.
monster.
Yeah, I honk. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 156 of Thinking Outside the Long Box. I'm Gabe.
I'm Juan.
Today we are
No.
Today we're going to be talking about this session's pop culture classic, Children of Men, which is a really great science fiction movie. I assumed that one had looked it up, and then I looked at his computer to email.
No.
It's a really amazing science fiction movie starring Gerard Butler, right? That's right.
No, not Gerard Butler.
What is that guy's name?
I don't know. It's not Gerard Butler though. Clive Owen?
Clive Owen.
Yeah, I was like...
I get them confused
Definitely
for some
not
reason.
Gerard
You threw me up super hard when you said that.
You want me to read the...
Yeah, let's do the synopsis.
It's huge. Children of Men is a 2006 dystopian action thriller film directed and co-written by Alfonso Cuarón. The screenplay, based on P.D. James's 1992 novel The Children of Men, was credited to 5 writers, with Clive Owen making uncredited contributions. The film takes place in 2027 when 2 decades of human infertility have left society on the brink of collapse. That's how long he's been infertile.
Probably.
2 decades.
Illegal immigrants seek sanctuary in the United Kingdom, where the last functioning government imposes oppressive immigration laws on refugees. Owen plays civil servant Theo Farron, who must help a refugee escape the chaos. Children of Men also stars Julianne Moore, Michael Caine, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Pam Ferris, and Charlie Hunnam.
Oh, I didn't know Charlie Hunnam was in that. Stop.
Hunnam.
So, I ran out of time to watch this. I was going to try to watch it this morning. I didn't catch it. I saw this movie probably 2 years ago was the last time I saw this. I freaking love this movie. It's
very high on my list of films.
It is intense. It is very, action-packed. I love the idea behind it. Like, this idea that, humanity is fertile and they're trying to save, the first one. Infertile, sorry. They're trying to save...
There's children everywhere!
They're trying to save this first woman that has had a baby for a very long time. You know, it's a really cool idea, and as far as science fiction films go, I like that they don't go too intense into the fiction-y side and stay a little closer to home. 2027 is only 7 years away, and it doesn't feel when I saw this a couple years ago, it doesn't feel like the time period that this movie is taking place in is that far away. It's definitely near future dystopian stuff.
Wow. It's sad that you feel so little of our society.
It didn't Blade Runner.
Yeah, it doesn't Blade Runner. Yeah, I think very little of our society. I am what's called a misanthrope.
I don't think that I think we're very far from what I was seeing.
Are you kidding?
It's just people getting shot out in the street by military,
that
essentially.
That was basically a concentration camp. Less than a year, we're talking about a fucking wall, dude.
Yeah, but that's far from shooting people in your own country.
Are you kidding me?
Those are refugees in their country in a concentration camp.
I feel like they were not killing refugees. I mean, they were killing refugees, but I feel like they were just killing everybody. Anybody who was in the way, they were fucking killing you.
The only time
blasting,
was in the refugee camp.
Blasting your own buildings and shit.
That was in the refugee camp. It didn't happen anywhere else.
It's crazy.
So legitimately, like watching what's happening in Hong Kong, like right now, and I know we probably are going to get a little too political in these next episodes. No, I mean for some people it annoys, but like watching what's happening in Hong Kong right now is not that different from the shit that's happening for different reasons.
What I'm talking I'm talking about here in the United States.
Well,
not just on Earth.
Do we have cops just like going ham on people constantly?
We do. We don't have
kids.
We don't have a ton. We do have more, I think, because we see it rapidly.
Right.
But I don't think that you have near the amount of cop killings, per se. I don't think. I think you have a lot of gun murders. A lot of people murdering each other.
I think our country is very, can be very violent.
I agree.
And I think.
But I think those are citizens on citizens.
But I think the notion, like the notions of like xenophobia and people like just hating immigrants because they're immigrants is very prevalent right now.
We were one step away from doing this to Muslim people after 9/11.
I agree.
And that step is like an actual society of morals. But if you take something like the entire population of the planet not being able to have children anymore, I think that's the final step you get. What else would life be about besides just getting as much as you can and being all about yourself? You know what I mean?
Right.
There'd be nothing else because you have no children.
There's no legacy. Yeah.
Unless you do have children.
Yeah. But I mean, even then, it's like you're not gonna have grandchildren. Like the end is coming. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I understand.
So at that point, you have one crazy thing happen, and it's like, why not?
I just don't. I think the violence we see now here in the United States, not in like North Korea or China or something like that, is more prevalent amongst our own citizens. It's not amongst. I mean, it is. It happens. I'm just saying the more violence comes from us as citizens attacking other citizens.
So I think part of what's missing from this equation when it comes to this movie specifically is that it doesn't take place in the United States.
Right.
It takes place in Great Britain, which has an even more intense like anti-immigration movement because it's such a small country and it's in such close proximity to Africa.
We're into this dystopian life too. Like at that point we don't know everything that's happening.
Sure.
Right. Like I think that I don't think we're like on the doorstep of being like this.
That's kind of what you sounded like.
But I think that give it 10 years and like the wrong situations and things unfolding in the wrong way and nobody trying to put the brakes on it. And
I feel like that could happen at any point.
I think we could get there a lot quicker than 10 years right now.
Yeah, I think it could be like the next. If things snowball downhill, you could see it in the next presidency.
Absolutely.
Like as far as like camping up people, and then you don't even know. And at that point, you don't know what they're doing to people. Once they're segregated behind walls,
I agree with that.
Just like the camps that are on the borders now. Like we don't know what's happening in them, and even when like sitting like representatives from those parts of the country attempt to go see what's happening inside of them, they say, "Well, this prison camp is run by a private company, so we don't have to let you in," and that's like insane. There's no oversight. There's no way to say these people are being abused and these people aren't. Like it's kind of nuts. It is kind of disconcerting to hear a child laughing when we talk about like the end of the world.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think that our government is en masse killing people
do not.
Like they were in the fucking movie.
No.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, that I don't think is happening. I'm not conspiracy theorists thinking that people are getting rounded up into FEMA camps and turned into soap or anything like that.
I do feel like they're treated like garbage.
Absolutely.
For sure, 100%.
And just because they're from somewhere else. I mean, you have to be...
just because they're from here and look different.
You have to be from the right somewhere else to not get treated like shit.
You can be, like I said, you can be from here even. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Oh no, it's crazy. Like, movies like this, I think, make for interesting conversation because you can see like how quickly we could go that direction. But this is definitely like an extreme version of that. Like imagine 20 years of infertility, like what that would do to people. Have you watched?
This is an in-between extreme. This isn't even like an extreme.
Yeah.
Like you can go from World War I Japan to like World War II Japan, right? Not that long of a period of time from them being a ally and a like decent citizenship as far as like a they weren't considered a superpower. So by the time we get to World War II, not a long time forward, and they're fucking creating some of the most atrocious war crimes ever against people. Like, it doesn't take long for societies to fall the fuck apart.
It doesn't.
Same thing with Hitler. This is nowhere near Nazism at the peak of Hitler's power, even in this movie. And that shit happened how quickly?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's true. Like, societies can devolve incredibly quickly. I mean,
I feel like some of those societies were already devolved, and there was a void of somebody to take that power and shape it however the fuck they want to. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Honestly, Japan wasn't between World War I and World War II.
Well, they had an emperor, and
they were pissed off at us.
Yeah, and the emperor basically as soon as the emperor's tone changes on how he feels he should interact with the world, the whole country changes with him because he's divine. You know, you have that same problem in like Balkanized Europe too, where you have like 10 divine kings that are all fighting against each other, and their like group of people are like, nope, King of France, he's ordained by the Lord.
I'd have to go back and look at it, but I don't actually think the emperor had much to do with it then. I think it had to do with like their first democracy being like corrupt, falling apart, and the military taking over.
Right.
And the emperor was kind of the background, but
I feel like a lot of, and of course, I've been to a lot of these places, but I've never lived in a lot of these places. So I can only speak of the United States, but I feel like a lot of shit would have to go pretty fucking sideways for this society to fall so quickly.
I really don't think so. I think if that wall passed, I think you would be seeing some of what you see in that movie already, and we wouldn't even know about it. Because it's like, America's fucking huge. Like, Texas is way different than Colorado.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you take like Texas or those border towns, you actually have a wall there, which means you're gonna have camp-like structures along the wall where you catch people, put them in, before you can send them away. And there'll be people getting murdered all the time. Like, you already have people just going out in their dune buggies and shooting people crossing the border illegally because they think it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean?
But those are citizens.
Against non-citizens.
Against non-citizens.
Right. But I'm talking about the government.
That's what I'm saying. The government was trying to push an agenda, right? Or Trump was trying to push an agenda. Once you push that first agenda, it typically snowballs. I feel like. Once
for the government to be killing? I'm trying to understand where you're coming from.
So think about the camps that are along the borders right now. Some of them are run by private corporations, yes, but some of them are run just straight up by Department of Homeland Security.
Correct.
Those are being like funded by the government, run by government employees, and they are like literally just having kids sleep on floors with like those stupid foil things.
Right.
And they don't give a shit if they're sick, they don't give a shit if they die, they don't give a shit about anything. And that's just pure neglect. You also give them the right to like demonize those people, or to say, hey, if he's got like a tattoo, he's MS-13, do whatever you want to him, and that goes like that. Like, you can see there's tons of the Stanford prison experiment is like a perfect example of this. Yeah, as soon as you put like a group of people in charge and say do whatever you want, they immediately devolve into abuse.
Yeah, people are fucked up.
Like,
no, and I agree with that. What I felt like when I watched this movie was that it was the government as a whole, not just outskirts or splinters or whatever. Yes. It felt like the whole government had turned on fucking everybody who. To me, it felt like everybody. But mostly these refugee people. And I don't, just looking at our government now, where there's just so many people, I mean, unless you killed the people like Bernie Sanders or these other people who are totally against fighting for these people who have rights, you know what I mean? I just don't see the whole government complicitly turning a blind eye.
But it's not that hard to make that happen. And you see that happen in other countries where there's like the faction that's saying this is wrong, and the faction that's in power that's trying to like instigate those sort of things just does that. Like assassinates, imprisons, throws in jail, and all of a sudden like the party that's in power becomes the only party. Like
I said, I think it really takes like a law to go through. Like Trump was that fucking close to getting his wall, which shocked me, but I didn't think he was going to be elected either. But people were all about it. And if people are all about it, then what's to stop the government from doing that? Like, just because of Bernie Sanders, that doesn't matter though. Like, once the law is passed, like it's
the law.
It's the law now. Like, Bernie Sanders can fight it until the next time we go. But during that whole period of time, you don't think soldiers are going to start, like, boot stomping people?
I don't think they're gonna straight fucking kill people.
But
I don't think so.
but if they've been given permission to do it, or they've been ordered to do it, they will, because that's their job.
I know people in the military. I have family in the military, and I don't.
We've seen that in the past. In Vietnam, they were ordered to kill villages of people, and they just wholesale
In a different
killed
country.
people.
But you have to
Right.
watch her
Right, but again, all it takes is demonizing that group of
Sure,
people.
but I'm talking about here.
Right, and that happens. They demonize South
They
American
do,
people.
and they treat people like shit. And
they
I agree with
and
that.
they treat them like shit. It's one small step to say, if you see that person coming over the wall, execute.
I feel like that's
feel
a
like
big step, not a
it's not
small
a-
step.
It's not a big step,
I think
man.
history just disagrees with you a million times. Like, even in this country. Like, how quickly we demonized the Japanese after Pearl Harbor.
But I'm not talking about just
Immediately.
demonizing people. I
No,
get that.
we-
And we've rounded up Japanese people and put them into concentration camps. I get that.
You don't think people were getting murked in there?
I don't know.
They were. Like, people were being murdered in there. There was no law. They were literally.
I only know what I know, and I don't have a big enough ego to say, yeah, for sure these things are happening. I don't know.
I don't think it was to the degree like we saw in children.
Right.
I'm not
Right,
saying
because
But-
obviously it's a very different
Well,
situation
and
because
that-
it's like several steps down
And
the
that's
line.
what I'm
but-
saying, but there were people on the other side of the aisle saying, hey, that shit's wrong. Like,
there were
you
people
can't-
and children admit saying that too. They even say it in the movie. There are plenty of people in the country who disagree with the government. There are, what do they call it?
But in the government or just people?
If
Well,
there
so
are,
that's what I'm trying to wrap my head around.
If your neighbor disagrees, then there's probably somebody in the government that disagrees as well. They're just people. Some have authority, some don't.
That's why I find it harder here, less so than in a North Korea or something where one dude pretty much controls everything.
Right,
I
but
find that
we
way
have-
easier.
But we have a history. Like our country has a history of saying, like, a really good example is when we like invaded Mexico in the 1800s, of just saying, you know what, we want that thing, and like we don't think you deserve it, and so we're going to tell this whole group of people that are American soldiers that Mexicans are evil, and that we need to take Texas and we need to do whatever, and they are given like carte blanche to like go kill Mexicans, and the people that were told those people are evil went and did it. And that was it wasn't our borders at that moment, but it ended up being our
But you're
borders.
also talking about 200 years ago. You know what I mean?
I
That's a
don't-
long time to
I
me.
don't think that much has changed.
I disagree.
I mean, there's still dudes flying Confederate flags that'll tell
I
you
agree.
the South will rise again.
I agree, but
I
those
mean,
aren't. Again, there's the citizens of the country are gonna believe whatever the fuck they want to believe,
But
Yeah.
I don't,
and there's gonna be groups
I
and
don't see
that
how our
shit
military isn't just made up of citizens. Like,
exactly
because they're
And
following orders too. They're
and the,
not.
and the
and
government
you
is
don't
just
think,
made up of
you don't
I
think
don't
some
think-
of those people giving orders are assholes. Just
I
like
do,
some
I
of your
do,
neighbors are
but
assholes?
what I feel, what I felt from this movie was a wholesale, full government just saying you're killing everybody that we don't agree with, and that
But see,
is
I don't
harder
even-
here for
I
me to
don't
wrap
even
my
know
head
where you
around.
get that from this movie. Because in this movie, the only time that happens is in that building. And in that building, every motherfucker in that building is also shooting at the military.
Right, no, I agree with that,
full
too.
automatic weapons. So, for all we know, they went there to be like, hey, can you guys keep it down? And motherfucker shot somebody and it escalated. Like,
Okay, that's a fair point.
there was
I
no
didn't
other mass
see it that
killings
way.
anywhere in the movie.
And stuff like that has happened in the near past. Like, just think of what happened in Waco. There was a bunch of people amassing a bunch of guns, American citizens. The ATF went to say, "What are you doing?" They got shot at by the people that were there, and next thing you know, 60-day standoff, and then the building gets burned down because they drove at it and shot at it with a tank. Like, American government under the volition of like the Attorney General and the FBI were told to attack a compound full of American citizens.
That's what cracks me up about people who are still like, we gotta arm ourselves against the government.
I think
Not
that's
beating a
stupid.
tank
Yeah,
or
that
a
is
fucking
stupid.
jet,
I-
asshole.
a drone is gonna kill you. I mean, it's just is.
It's
what
like
it
the
is.
government
But I'm
decides
just-
to get up and
I don't remember.
get up
I
and
remember the
shoot.
standoff. I'd have to look back. I don't remember. I thought it ended not peacefully because somebody got shot and killed at the end.
Everyone inside died.
Yeah, it ends terribly.
Did it?
Waco.
Tons of children
Oh,
died.
in Waco. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
And it
I was thinking of the other one with the fucking idiots.
Oh yeah,
I think it
those guys got away.
Yeah, they didn't get away. They got arrested.
Yeah.
They went to trial, but one of them died at the very end in the end standoff.
I think that guy ended up getting shot, but he was like running at the cops
Yeah,
brandishing
and
a
he
gun.
died. Yeah.
But
That's
like,
what I thought you said.
Same with Ruby Ridge, who were also like white separatists, like. You know, a guy living in the mountains, just his family, too many weapons, ATF showed up and, like, killed his family. Like...
Killing 76 people inside.
Yeah. Waco was nuts. Yeah, those guys, the rancher guys that went to that stupid... the wildlife refuge, and everybody started sending them, like, buckets of lube and, like, dick candies and stuff.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were talking about.
No, those guys got away. They actually got... off scot-free.
Yeah.
They didn't even go to jail. Yeah.
Escape.
I don't see it. To me, the whole, everywhere you went, it seemed like people weren't getting killed, but they were getting rounded up, and I felt like it was just everybody. Like it was almost indiscriminate. If you didn't know you were, if they didn't know you weren't a refugee, you were just getting, you had some kind of card, I think they showed, and then he capped those two cops. But I feel like they were just being indiscriminate as much as possible.
And part of that might just be wrong place, wrong time.
Right. I think
you
he
know.
capped the two cops because if she gets caught pregnant, they're gonna take her.
No, I agree with you, but I mean, they were trying to prove to get the cops to stand down. They were trying to prove that they were.
Well, can you imagine the scene that the cops drove up on too?
No, I agree.
The
I agree with you.
out,
No, yeah.
Killing more fucking shit.
What I'm saying is, I don't know that I agree with it, but if I'm a cop and you're fucking shooting at me, I'm probably gonna try and not die, and that might entail me killing you. You know what I mean? I can see that. If there's 20 dudes shooting at me from a building, I might blow up the building. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like that's different. The theme I got from the movie was if they didn't know, they rounded you up. You know what I mean?
Also, you have to think the leader of the main terrorist organization in their country is also in that building.
Right.
What would we do in that situation?
Right. And
we'd
like
fucking
not
thrown that shit down with American citizens in it. I guarantee we would.
not to be weird, but if you get pulled over without a driver's license, they just arrest you. Like
no, that's not true.
yeah,
I got pulled over just recently without.
In Eaton though.
Oh.
Like
I was like, that's not true.
if you don't have your ID on you, you can be arrested for traveling without your ID, and that includes like on foot now. Like you have.
I don't think so.
It does.
In Colorado, the law stipulates that you only have to show an ID.
I don't know that it's legal. It's happened to a bunch of people.
The law says you only have to ID if if you have reasonable suspicion that you've committed a crime or about to commit a crime, there's another one. There's a third one.
That shit. Those are laws that need to be changed in our
But
country.
I know that because I've watched a shit ton of First Amendment right videos not too long ago.
Honestly, those laws even need to be changed.
We're a stop and ID state, but there has to be a reason for them to ID you. They can't just ID you for walking down the street.
They can just make anything up though, which I fucking.
Of course, and these dudes fight it. They go get cameras. They do FOIA requests. They do all that shit.
I feel like those guys are assholes too, though.
A lot of them are. I agree with you.
Like to me, if I was a cop, I would just be like, "Why are you wasting your time?"
And they do it off of principle. That's why they do it.
Off the principle of like, I wasn't fucking with you. You were an asshole. Asked me to come to you, and then you started fucking with me.
No, a lot of people don't. They like a lot of at least the ones I watch. A lot of the First Amendment guys I watch, they just go up and they film.
Imagine, you gotta imagine percentages. Like when Jay Leno or whoever the Tonight Show.
I've read a million articles wrong. Stop and identify. You just have to identify who you are.
Yes.
You have to give them a first and
But
last
people
name.
have been arrested for it, and they should have.
But even in Colorado, the stop and identify statute says you don't unless you're committing a crime or about to commit a crime.
Right.
They can't just be like, "Hey, who are you?"
Well,
that's not. I mean, they can ask, but you don't legally
about
have
to commit a crime.
Yeah.
Well, since I was about to rob this Taco John's, I will tell you.
You don't legally.
You son of a bitch.
You don't legally have to show them your ID.
I love that they're robbing a Taco John's. Like, what the fuck robs a Taco
Who
John's?
goes to Taco John's?
That was the
Gross.
one place.
Potatoes Olay, man.
Gross.
That was the one place that I got taco and thought I robbed it
Oh.
when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no, you're wrong. I know this one.
Well,
Felicity's awake.
That's fine.
Okay, I was just.
I feel like it's percentages though. Like you see those shows where they go out and make everyone on the street look stupid. You know, asking like basic questions.
What are we talking about? Oh, just like journalists?
No,
like on
like
Tonight
Jay
Show,
Leno or
like
whatever.
for funny segments, right? They filmed for like a fucking 3 days, like doing that. You know what I mean? And they got 20 people who look like total jackasses. They probably got
Like
100
the Trump
people who look like
people or
kind of
something.
jackasses.
Right, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and then probably a bunch of people who know they're at least somewhat, but they're not funny, right?
Right.
How many hours of footage do these motherfuckers have fucking with cops that didn't do this shit?
Oh, a lot. A shit ton.
Like that's
Yeah.
what I
But even they even say that. They even say, again, I can only speak from
to
what
me,
I know.
that just doesn't prove. To me, like I'm just like, yes, if you fuck with any group of people, you will find the assholes eventually. Unfortunately, these assholes can shoot you and arrest you.
But by the same
If
token,
you're listening to this show, you found the assholes of this group.
by that same token, when they get cops who do come to them and don't harass them or don't do anything, they generally are like, call in, you know, because this guy did a good job. He knew his rights. He didn't harass
But they
us,
don't
you know, blah, blah,
genuinely
blah.
put up a bunch of those videos, though.
I don't. I highly doubt it. I agree with you.
Because
I
they're
know
not
because I
anywhere
agree
near
with
it.
you.
They're
Yeah,
not
I agree with
entertaining.
you.
I know
Yeah.
because I've gone down the rabbit hole myself.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But
yeah,
I'm just-
he saw every day. I was watching hours of holy
Now
shit.
you
This is
just watch
entertaining.
Irish people.
I watch Irish people try shit.
To me, it's just like honestly, I feel like you could do this exact same thing at garden stores, and you have the same percentage of like garden employees beating your ass for being stupid.
It's a fucking ficus!
Yeah, I just walked in with an AK-47. I can legally have this. Yeah, but I might hit you with a shovel. Like, if I think you're getting
Then your
switchy.
ass is gonna go to jail.
Well,
What?
not on private property.
Oh, I guarantee you, if you walk in with an
Yes, sir.
AK-47 and you know you're legally allowed to have it, and I hit you with a shovel,
I've
And the
seen
cop-
people go to jail.
cop shows up and I'm like, the motherfucker had the gun and pointed it at me, and I hit him with a shovel.
Oh, I mean, if he pointed it at you,
Yeah,
that's,
that's a
a different
little
thing.
bit
But it's hearsay. A lot
It's
of
not.
it's
They have
hearsay.
cameras. There's fucking
Those
cameras
guys do,
everywhere.
but I'm saying in the everyday
That
life.
is
everyday
hardware.
world
There's
of
probably
it.
17,000 cameras.
But how
in
can
there.
you prove that I didn't think you were pointing it at me?
I just feel
'Cause the
like
cops
you
do
just
that
see
all the
it.
time.
The
No, I
cops
agree
got
with
shit
you.
every day.
The cops are like, I felt like he was reaching for his pocket.
I feel
He
like
smiled at me.
I feel like we as a
His teeth look
society
like
give cops that
22
leeway,
white
which
guns.
sometimes is fucking crazy. But
I just argued that same shit in court. I felt threatened. I felt like he turned around, he's gonna point his gun at me. Like he's made the motion to start. I preemptively shoveled him in the face.
then it's just a matter of what the camera saw and who agrees with you. That's
That
it.
doesn't matter.
It does
We have
matter.
camera footage of cops
100%.
mowing people down and then getting off on it.
Yeah.
Most of those people get fired.
No, they don't.
A lot
Most
of them
of
do.
them-
No, they get administrative leave and then they come back after the
Most
court
cops are
case is
not
over.
fired after a shooting incident. You Google that shit. They're not. Google it. I
No,
guarantee
no, no.
it. I've
My shit
looked.
was going dead.
Yeah, he's
Most
just...
do not.
I don't know.
Most
So
of the
do
time, literally, most times there's a press release saying it's too hard to know what the officer felt in that moment. And I agree. The officer might have felt like they were threatened even if they weren't.
I think
I can agree
every
with that.
I think every cop goes into administrative leave at any shooting. I think
think
that
that's
just
true,
to
yeah.
just to investigate it. But I think a lot of the ones that you see in public, like a lot of the ones that get publicized, really, like oh my god, he was on his knees with his fucking wasn't doing anything and they just killed
I
him.
think that guy.
Most of the
Who's
time,
the really
those,
famous case
those
that
go to
he was
jail.
selling
They
loose
just
cigarettes and they
get
choked
fired.
him to death?
I don't know.
All I can think of is the wrong name.
I'm pretty sure none of those cops got fired, and there's straight video of them illegally choking him to death on the sidewalk. For selling cigarettes.
Eric Gardner.
I can't breathe, guy.
Yeah, it's Eric Gardner.
And granted, I don't know what it means to be a cop. Like I said, probably a lot of cops, even the cops who do shoot people and we think they did it ridiculous for ridiculous reasons, probably still did feel threatened. But it's still just crazy shit to me thinking about it.
Yeah, the cop got fired for that.
Did he? The one who choked him out? Did he get fired? There's like 3 cops there all just fucking this dude up in that video, though. And more than one cop should have been fired for that shit.
I'm telling you, a lot of the times in these big publicized ones, they get fired. They might not go
No,
to
I said
jail.
in most cases where someone's shot. I'm not saying the ones that are spread across the country for everyone to see. Yeah, they probably do get fired, but that's one in how many cases?
No, I agree with you. A lot of the time, it is true though. A lot of the times, because like I said, I think if you're involved in a shooting, you go on leave.
But
Just
even
so
like I
they
said,
can
even in this case, every cop in that video should have been fired.
I didn't, and I don't know anything about it. So.
You can go watch the video. The cop is
It's been
laying
a while.
on his back, fucking full
I
out
agree.
choking this guy out, and he's like, I can't breathe.
I agree with you
Choked to
though.
death.
I agree. Any fucking cop that shows any kind of weird inkling that he's corrupt in any way or fucking weird should get fired.
I think a cop should have beyond approach for stopping another cop if he sees him do something, even slightly. I don't care if you're my partner in a cop. If you're choking a guy out who's not resisting you, and he's saying he can't breathe, I'm gonna fucking billy club you in the back of the head.
I
Like,
agree
get the
with
fuck off
you.
that guy.
The problem is that he won't be like he'd have to leave. Because most of the other cops would be like, "What the fuck,
Yeah,
bro?"
that shit
That's
shouldn't be
what
tolerated.
he's
Yeah,
saying.
I 100% agree with that.
There should be administration up in that place going, are you giving him shit for fucking that cop up?
I
You're
agree.
fired.
I agree.
Like, until you
I
get rid of all the ones.
100% agree with that.
We pay these people money. I mean, probably not enough.
It's crazy because they literally, and we're not cop disparaging. You know, let's put that out
To a
there.
degree.
Just in general, though. I mean,
Yeah.
but it is weird because it's one of the few employments in the country where you don't really pay taxes. I mean, your taxes come from my taxes and my shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's weird because your salary is based off of us, and then you pay that into something else, and that comes from me.
I think law
Right.
It's
enforcement
weird.
should be private by county. I do not think it should be government run. I think we should have the right to fire people based on what we think that guard this neighborhood. You know what I mean?
It's like,
I thought that was the table.
yeah.
Yourself and your neighbors should have the authority to fire a cop who guards your neighborhood day to day, I think. I actually had no idea why you can't. Like, why is this government run? Makes no sense. You can still take it out of people's taxes locally, just do a county based it privately. But that motherfucker's held accountable.
There's a book called Anarchy, Utopia in the State that talks a lot about how anarchist collectives to protect themselves would have to do almost that exact same thing, where you would have to pay like a security service to police things. But then what happens if the security service gets too much power? Like, how do you fire them if they have all the means to?
Yeah, it's a tricky line.
It's a really interesting.
You face exactly the same problem we have now, where the police have too much power and most of it gets unchecked.
Yeah, there's not really a good way to do it.
I don't know if the right answer is giving a portion of the population weapons and saying you can use them on people's right at all.
I don't
think so. I don't think people. I mean,
I have a gun in this house, but I don't have the need to go out and buy an AK-47 or something fucking crazy. Like I just don't get it. Like that, it just doesn't. Even if I were a hunter, you know, I know a shit ton of hunters because of where I grew up. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. I don't
care about the type of gun. Well,
I just know
I
that
just think it's
no matter
weird.
what I do, I am not stopping the military and the government from coming into my home.
all I know is that
Never.
I want to shoot a bazooka once in my life.
Well, that for funsies, though.
Yeah.
To shoot it at
We
something
should
cool
probably
that'll
Like
explode.
a shed or something.
Yeah.
should we discuss the movie whatsoever?
Well, we did a little bit, but
We
so
discussed the one scene in the building.
They're infertile.
so let's talk a little bit about.
We're at 32 minutes, just a heads
That's
up.
why I brought it up.
Yeah.
Talk about it real quick.
So let's talk a little bit about if we liked it or not, because it inspired good conversation. But the movie itself, what did you think?
Like I said before, it's one of my favorite movies. I think the cinematography, the soundtrack, the acting, the premise, like everything in the movie is like a big win to me.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of Saving Private Ryan in some points.
Yeah, a lot of the action scenes have that
a
feel
lot of the
for
I
sure.
love
military
the.
scenes.
I just love the no cuts. Like, there's tons of scenes, especially the scene where they're bringing her out with her child. It's just one continuous cut with like the perfect sound. Like,
Oh yeah,
like,
well, all the military when they're
there's
running by the
there's
military.
no cuts in this. It's just a walkthrough. Everyone's acting is amazing. The soundtrack's perfect. The movie is like beautiful in certain spots.
It is.
Like straight up, like with the.
It's like a
everything they
it's like a
did.
stunningly made
Yes.
movie for sure.
Like, even when I
I for one love this movie. Like I said, I haven't seen it for a while, but I do try to watch it like every couple of years just because I really like it.
I'd never heard of it. Never heard of it.
See, that's
until
really
I
cool.
watched it.
I'm glad that you got to see it. Then.
I really liked it. I just it's hard for I can imagine it and all that kind of stuff. You know, I like it. I just don't. I don't think that we're that close, but obviously our opinions differ. But I enjoyed the hell. What I don't like, and it goes back to what we were talking about the last pop culture is. Like, where's the dude that impregnated her? Was it the main black guy? Like, was it?
No, she says in the Barney, but she doesn't know who it is.
Oh, okay, I missed that then.
And you figure if people are infertile, like, people would just start having sex.
Right, I guess that makes sense.
Like, because you just don't know. And what's crazy is if he is fertile, like, is it the women that are infertile?
Right,
Or
and
is it
that's
the
why,
guys that
that's
are
why
infertile?
that's
And, like,
why
it
I'd
might
be
be
like,
very important to know who
exactly,
he is.
I
like,
agree. That's why I was like, well, fuck, who is the other
yeah,
guy?
That's
But they don't
I,
touch.
I don't think I've ever thought about that fact right there.
I didn't think about that last time.
It takes two to tango, guys.
But then I'm like, well, what does
Sorry,
the Human
dad
Project
joke.
really do? Like, who are they?
They're
Like,
probably just a bunch of scientists.
I wanted to know more about them too, and
Science
it ended up being more about the journey, which I thought was pretty cool.
I knew that this was based on a book, and I've never read it, and I think I want to read this book because I wonder if a lot of the questions that you have
I own the book.
are
but I've
in
never
the
read
book. You know what I'm saying? So
It was kind of funny. When people die, sometimes it makes me the way they die in movies. It makes me laugh.
that
Like,
happens to me literally all the
He
time.
was good. We're rolling. We're getting the fuck out of here, and then just all of a sudden, like I was just, what the fuck? You couldn't last another 10 minutes? I don't know. It's just
Gut
weird.
wounds, man.
She's all fucking bleeding everywhere. Oh no, that's me.
That's just totally. He's dying the whole time. He just manned up until the end.
I loved the fact that the people who stuck by her, like stuck by her.
Oh, yeah.
Like the dude didn't know who this fucking women were and why his ex-wife or girlfriend had kind of contacted him. Then when he knew, it was like, all right, we got to make it happen. Like, we have to do this. The other girl fucking got thrown off of a bus and possibly killed
They made
to
it seem
save
like she
her.
was getting murked.
Yeah, like it's crazy the amount of dedication you have once you know, like, that might be the way that saves our humanity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's fucking crazy.
The stakes in this movie are unbelievably high because nobody's had a child in 20 years,
Right.
and there's the first pregnant lady.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's
I love he lived to 18 years and 20 days and 4 hours and 8 minutes. I'm like, fuck, Jesus.
Baby D.
no,
I liked
man.
it. I enjoyed the movie.
I loved his father.
I
I think
definitely
it's his
thumbs up.
father-in-law in the movie. I'm not sure.
I
His character was
didn't know if it was
amazing.
his father-in-law or just some random dude he knew.
I'm pretty sure it is. I think it's his wife's.
Dad.
The dad?
Or no, I don't know.
Oh,
I have
buddy.
no idea
And
who
then
it is,
watching them
actually.
get shot, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah. Although he went down like a champion.
He's
So-
all, don't touch me.
Obviously,
so
your
sad.
thumbs up. I would be thumbs up.
Thumbs up, for
Nice.
sure. That's
Yeah,
fun.
this is like in the category of movies that I don't know what movie I think is better than this. Not that I'm saying there aren't movies that are as good, but I just don't know how.
It's like it's one of 10 top ones. Yeah.
for sure.
I enjoyed it.
Nice. Well, sounds like all three of us recommend Children of Men, and of course it inspired like a halfway's really rad discussion that was less arguing than our discussions normally are, which I really liked.
I don't think we argued.
Sometimes we bicker, I think is a better way of saying it. But yeah, we all really liked it. Let us know your thoughts on Children of Men. Next episode, you'll hear us talking about just our favorite dystopian fiction, for lack of a better term. Comics, movies, books. I don't know who's bringing what to the table this time, but we had planned to do this in 2 segments, but since Tim wasn't going to be here, we're just
Fuck
going to
you,
do it
Tim.
as one.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, past that.
Fuck
Check
you,
us out.
Tim.
Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/thinkingoutsidethelongbox, Twitter, Instagram at outsidelongbox, on Twitch at twitch.tv/outsidelongbox, YouTube, tinyurl.com/totlbtube.
Outside the long box.
The URL's super
Yeah.
tiny.
It is a super tiny URL. Find us on all the different things. Let us know what you think. We will be talking to you all very soon.
Bye.
Twitch and YouTube, take a quick break. We'll be back with the next
I was just
episode.
going to jump right into it because we're 10 minutes behind at this point.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
It's
Never mind.
4:11.
No break.
Yeah, we got 2 episodes to shoot.
Yeah, we're almost done.
You're good.
Oh, intro?
To shoot. Like we're filming.
Well, we are filming it.
Rolling.
And action.
And there's action, and you're listening to Thinking Outside the Long Box with one Gabe and Doyle.
Definitely that too.
Again.
It's only been off like a month.
No, like a week. Hey everybody, welcome
And
to
we're back.
episode 1. Ashton just keeps walking in and out.
Yeah,
and I think
my
it's somebody.
wife saw this fucking Ring app just keeps going off every minute.
Oh, yeah. Stop going in and out then. Please stop going in and out.
In a funny way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Dad,
She didn't mean it in a funny way. She hates
I
you,
was
Ashton.
going to ask you if I could go walking with Austin, but you guys were having an argument, so that's why I kept walking in and out.
I don't think we were arguing.
That's up to
It
one if
sounded
Austin
like
can
argument.
come in or not.
No,
No, they're walking out.
outside.
Yeah, then go away. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Go hang out with your friend for a
Don't
little
get
wait,
bit.
raped,
you
don't
bother
get
me.
killed.
Did you just tell my son to not get raped?
Or killed.
I don't know what you're saying.
Can I have something to eat? I'm hungry.
No, you can wait until everybody else is eating in
Get
just a
some.
little bit.
Make it to your
Go
destination
sit
and
down.
don't get raped. Oh, don't rape.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to episode
Super fucking weird intro.
156 of Thinking Outside the Box.
57.
Is it 57?
Yes.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 157 of Thinking Outside the Long Box. I'm Gabe.
I'm one.
I'm Doyle.
Fuck you.
Dude, all you gotta do is that second hey is just cut everything.
We will not rape or be raped during this episode.
Oh, Jesus.
There you go.
Next episode, no problem.
So today we are going to be talking about our favorite dystopian fiction.
I'm gonna look up my favorite right now.
Or non-fiction.
Or non. Ooh, that's weird. So I have like two. One's a book and one is
Fuck books.
an anime that's been turned into a movie I haven't seen yet, or a manga that's been turned into a movie I haven't seen yet.
I have a bunch, but I'll narrow it down.
Yeah. Go. You. Why don't you start? Why don't you start with a couple?
Okay, to bring, because you can go to like I think if you wanted to just pick out like the most historically accurate ones, like Fahrenheit 1984, even I think Children Meant to Be blown up pretty big as far as those lists go, and those kind of breed into all the other ones. That a lot of people
One of
like.
mine is too Sinclair Lewis's It Can't Happen Here.
Yeah,
Like
Metropolis. Like you go back, a lot of those like old.
Oh, buddy.
It was empty.
it was empty.
Almost all over
But that
Gabe's
glass,
computer.
that glass almost
A
died
lot
a
of those
horrible
old
death.
stories bleed into like the new movies that people like.
Yeah.
They just don't know it. But one that I've found, I think the last year and a half, that I really like, you can only get it on Audible, I think, on Amazon Prime. It's called The Bobaverse. I think the first book is, I think it's called We Are Legion. And it's about a tech developer. Hold on, I want to get the like actual name of the book so people. Yeah, We Are Legion, We Are Bob. There are 3 books. And the first book is about a tech developer who, hits it big with an app, sells his app, gets really rich. He's a nerd, so he pays for cryogenic, freezing because he thinks with that. So the company that he pays for ends up, they don't freeze your whole body, they just cut off your head. Because in the future, it's more likely they can just grow you a new body than fix like a potentially
Damaged body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be easier to do that. So, after he pays for that, he goes to dinner, and when he's walking back to a convention that he's at and gets hit by a car, like immediately murdered. You know what I mean? So it cuts to the future. They've extracted his brain into a computer, but not his head. So they use him to develop I think it's I forget the name of the probe. Von Hausen or something probe. And it's a probe that they shoot out into space, and it uses 3D printers and nanites to reproduce itself as it enters new systems in the galaxy. So it's a way to it's a theoretical way right now, but to Star Trek the universe without sending people out there. But as it's happening, the planet's falling apart. I think it's Russia. I can't remember. It's usually Russia though. Is also developing their own program, so they're competing. And as the book ends, humanity basically is killing itself off. These probes are going into space, continuing to fight a war. He's not a warrior, he's a nerd that all of a sudden is Star Trekking the universe as a probe.
Right.
Upgrading, developing himself, and recreating himself, different versions of himself, and learning how to fight a war because the Russian one is like obviously some warrior guy they set up there to do the same thing. I don't know how far I want to go into the series. It's a really interesting look at like how humanity might spread outside of the galaxy while humanity on the planet is
completely falling apart
or killing itself off.
Yeah.
How our technology might just like outreach us, essentially.
Sounds like we're a virus.
We kind of are.
Yeah. So humanity ends up surviving, but as the probe is multiplying, finding different planets, it finds alien worlds that are peaceful.
And then
as far as undeveloped, but it finds an alien world that is straight like devastating most of the galaxy. Like as far as moving on to systems, taking all the natural resources. They're doing the typical thing.
Independence Day,
pretty much, but not much
less Will Smith.
Yeah, it's much better.
Sounds worse.
I think you would like this book. It's really interesting.
Nice.
You said it's called the Bobaverse?
That's just, I think, like a... I don't know, like a
nickname?
Yeah, kind of, because all the books have names, but...
Right.
But as he finds that, he has to figure out how to get back to the planet, get all the remaining humans off of the planet, find them a new home, because that species is coming this way. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
And they're super far advanced from where he is. Even though he's very smart, he's upgraded himself way beyond human capacity as he's learning.
Because he's a computer, basically.
He's an AI, essentially, and a human.
Huh.
I don't know. It's a super interesting book. It's really well written. The science is fun.
We Are Legion.
Yeah.
Also, it's just fun. Like, the book is written in a fun way. So it's not just, like, it's super serious or boring.
It's We Are Legion, For We Are Many, all these worlds, and then the collection is the Bobaverse.
Okay, so it is technically called the
Yeah.
Yeah, his name is Bob.
That's awesome. It sounds cool.
It is a super...
Written by Dennis E. Taylor.
Yeah, he has another book, too, about... that I just read called, or just listened to called Singularity Trap. That's also really good. About how an alien civilization might communicate with us. And it is completely different than anything else I have ever come across. So his ideas are super unique.
Nice. I don't really know much about dystopian stuff. I told him
you do, but you don't. You're not.
I don't think about it, right? I told him I was like, maybe I'll talk about Back to the Future 2.
It was like Walking Dead is dystopian.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an obvious one, but.
So.
I mean, the Dark Ages are kind
Back
of.
Back to the Future 2 is definitely dystopian, right? He goes to a dystopian future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Idiocracy is dystopian.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Demolition Man.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Oh, I think I just changed what I'm going to talk about, actually.
Terminator, straight up dystopian future.
Is that a dystopian?
What happens and they're trying to stop it is definitely dystopian.
Is that dystopian
that's what I was.
Or is that apocalyptic at that point, though?
Because they win. I think it's dystopian.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do they win, though? They don't win.
They do. They stop Skynet, and even in this movie they say they stop Legion, too.
So the humans win.
Yeah.
I mean,
it ends up not being dystopian.
Who knows if there's enough of them left to repopulate the planet, but they win.
But I mean, it ends up not being dystopian then, right?
No, it's still dystopian.
Is it?
I don't think so.
So, for me, the idea of like a dystopia definitely revolves around like a society.
Why don't you read the definition?
Okay, yeah, let's find that out.
Yeah, because I thought dystopian was you were in that society and shit went sideways.
Don't bite my face.
Alright, so here we go. An imagined state or society in which there is great suffering or injustice, typically one that is totalitarian or post-apocalyptic. So there you go.
But post-apocalyptic. So Terminator 1 wouldn't be dystopian.
No,
because they're trying to stop the dystopia from happening.
But the future world is.
Right.
Yeah.
In Terminator, I feel like it's happening simultaneously. Like you're experiencing what you're experiencing in the movie because what's happening in the future is also happening.
But you can stop the future from happening in the past.
It's more of just a science fiction film. Except for the one with Christian Bale where he's like the leader.
Yeah, because that's actually in the dystopian time.
Well, Terminator 2 has scenes in the dystopian time.
It has scenes, but like that's not the main thrust of like the actual film.
I feel like it's there. It's a dystopian time.
I disagree with you!
Yeah. God damn it. No, just kidding.
I was gonna yell.
I
my voice right
like
there.
disagreement. It allows us to talk more.
No, more than anything, I don't disagree. I'm trying to clarify what we're thinking dystopian means.
So for me, I typically would think of it as a society that on its face probably looks okay, but underneath it's like incredibly corrupt and like.
I think a lot of things go that way, like 1984-ish.
Or like V for Vendetta is a really good example, where the people external
or
to
Equilibrium, that somebody mentioned that.
where the
Looper. That was a good movie.
that is a good movie.
Looper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Looper.
Like I feel like a lot of the time.
Surrogates.
I just watched that yesterday.
I feel like a
That's
lot
weird.
of a lot of the time when I think of dystopian fiction, like society is still functioning. Like I don't think of Walking Dead so much as a dystopian idea as like a post-apocalyptic. And for me, there's like a big
I would disagree
disconnect.
because I think Walking Dead's all about society.
That's true because of the way they reform society and
if
stuff.
you take leading up to it, there's definitely a point where it's just we're all fucked, everybody's fucked.
Yeah.
But where it's at now, it's definitely society. Wow, motherfucker. It's society based.
So
Like a lizard.
So for me, I'm going to talk about Mega City 1 and Judge Dredd.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, Judge Dredd.
So the comic books Judge Dredd is something that like I was introduced to in middle school, and this idea that like there's this mega city in the middle of like a desert that's like the only survival of humanity. Like there's several other mega cities, but Mega City 1 is like the main one. And the judges that are there are the only law. And because the city is so huge and the infrastructure has become so fallen apart that the judges are allowed to be judge, jury, and executioner. And this idea that law has absolute control but still has absolutely no control whatsoever is a fucking amazing like palette to create great stories on. Like
I agree with you.
I absolutely love Judge Dredd, and going from the comic, the Sylvester Stallone film, I'm not a giant fan of. I didn't hate it, but I'm not a giant fan of it. The newest Dredd film.
It's like Sylvester. That's 3 words. There's 1 syllable.
I didn't say 3 words. Did you say more than 1 word there?
I said 3 words. I had 2 steroids in between those words. That dude's on roids, bro.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say he is.
He's like 80 and his veins are touching each other.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
The new Judge Dredd film I liked a lot more.
The new Judge Dredd film
I feel
amazing,
like I feel like it captures like the spirit of the comic books a little bit better than the Sylvester Stallone one does, but I love it.
I think that's one of the best comic movies out.
Yeah, it's up there for sure. Like it's
It
definitely
gets like
up there
no
for
love,
sure.
but
I think it gets no love because people just don't know that it's there.
Yeah.
It's also a knockoff of another movie, I think, which is like the Raid. It's the exact same movie as the Raid, but which is also a really great movie, but does not have Judge Dredd in it. And I do have to say too, like because this was my original pick, Battle Angel Alita is like probably one of my favorite like dystopian ideas where like above where they live is like the city for the rich and the powerful, and all of their trash just comes out of it and everybody lives in the trash. Like they're discarding so much useful stuff that a society has built up.
Battle Angel is straight up modern day Metropolis.
Yeah, like it's just such a cool idea, and
if you can go watch an old silent movie, you should.
Yeah, Metropolis is an amazing film.
But it's the same thing. I mean,
it is. It absolutely is.
Taking their bullshit down to the underlings, making the robots.
Planet of the Apes. Would that be dystopian?
Yes.
Yeah, very much so.
Especially the second one.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it's a dystopia inside a not dystopia.
Inside
the apes are not dystopian, but
it's like hard sci-fi on top of dystopian. I don't know. It's cool. Like this is for me like this idea of like society corrupted to the point where where it's falling apart is such fertile ground for like literature and like fiction that it becomes great. Like I love Dredd. I love Battle Angel Alita.
I haven't seen it yet.
Books, like you said, books like 1984.
I wish I had more time to read.
Me too. I try to listen to audiobooks quite a bit.
Audible helps out a lot.
It Can't Happen Here is a really good book. Days
of Future Past is like a 2 comic book arc that's phenomenal.
Brave New World is an amazing book that just really latches onto this idea of alphas and betas and like the
Water World.
That movie's awful. That was fucking awful.
Oh man, I am a huge Waterworld apologist. I think that is such a it's like such a perfectly crappy movie, like that I love it. I don't know. I know.
Trey Costner, that movie.
Oh yeah, they did.
I like how he just made the same movie again too. He's like, they didn't like it before, but what if I'm delivering mail?
The Postman is a fucking great movie.
Way better than Waterworld, but it's the same.
It's the same movie, but
it's like Braveheart and the Patriot.
Oh.
I just watched The Stand. I
Yeah.
thought that's pretty.
Congratulations.
Pretty. But I mean, dystopian. You son of a bitch.
No, it definitely is. It's just a hard ass movie to watch though. It's not good.
I liked it.
The old one, the old miniseries.
The 4-part miniseries.
It's tough, dude. I want that to be so much better than it is.
Yeah, the acting's terrible. Another one I was thinking about that I really love for like from the aspect of being like a role player is Book of Eli, because you have this dystopian future where it feels like the gods are kind of speaking back into the world like they used to, or like it says they used to. Like obviously he is straight being spoken to by God, obviously.
Right.
To a degree, and when he gets to that what is it? When he gets to that facility at the end of the movie.
On Alcatraz? Wasn't that where it was?
I think so.
You see
it
that
was on Alcatraz.
Other religious books have been brought back to life there as well. So it kind of gave me this feeling of like, are there more like Eli-like characters, like prophets being brought from like?
Yeah.
So you have this almost like futuristic dystopian country, but with like straight up religious like power in the world again, and that's kind of crazy.
And that's kind of what I mean, less religious, but that's kind of what I thought Children of Men was going. And that's why I wanted to see a little bit more of the Human Project, because I thought this would be the one place in this whole area that is, normal, was they're trying to bring shit back. Yeah. They're scientists. So I that's the one thing I missed from that movie, is that I thought we could see more of that end, or that side. I got it free-based.
All right, he's going to go free-based. The dog is going to pitch itself to its death. Juan, did you have a dystopian thing that you were going to bring up?
No. I mean, I did already. But I didn't give a. I was so busy this week and doing all this shit.
You hear that? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up.
Yeah, we got to it.
So we talked quite a bit about it too in the last episode, and just kind of like how quickly like a society could potentially devolve into this sort of thing. But like I said, I think like the idea of dystopia and the idea of like society corrupting and collapsing is just really fertile ground for like pop culture and for fiction like in general. So keep an eye out.
Fiction.
Let us know.
Probably be terrible to actually live through.
Yeah, I don't want to live through it.
I'm excited to watch Snowpiercer.
Oh, Snowpiercer, the show looks great. Yeah, dystopian as fuck. On that train forever.
Train.
It's like Snakes on a Plane, but dystopia on a train. But tell us what you think. We want to hear about your favorite dystopian fiction. Books, movies, all sorts of stuff. Find us on Instagram or Twitter at Outside Longbox. Also on Twitch, twitch.tv/OutsideLongbox. Find us on YouTube at tinyurl.com/TOTLBTube. And of course on Facebook at facebook.com/thingingoutsidethelongbox. And of course you can find all of these things at our website, www.totlb.com, which also has exclusive content and articles that come from Juan and I largely. So with that said, I've been Gabe.
I'm Doyle.
I'm Juan!
And this has been another scintillating episode of Thinking Outside the Longbox.
You just bark when nobody wants you to.
I just barked out my ass.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Yeah, my bag.
So lay down and take a nap. Also, go wash your face because your lips are blue. Alright.
You're dying.
Let me see you, Petrie. Oh, Petrie. Hi, Petrie.
Her energy level instantly goes to the roof when she's going to somebody else.
What's that?
Usually when she's hanging out with somebody else, her energy level goes to the roof.
Oi, Petrie. Oi. Oi.
You make sure they're not destroying
And she had her worst half hour of her life last night.
Why is that?
She always comes in the bathroom and taking a shower, and she bitches that she wants to get in. She's trying to get in. I know she hates that.
Yeah.
So yesterday I was just like, fuck it. I just threw her in the shower. She's just sitting there the whole time like, I'm like, oh, it's what you wanted.
Nah, it's what you wanted. Oh, there's a booby. Oh, yeah, that's probably frozen now.
She's like, I don't know.
Mel is bringing green bean casserole, apple pie, and something else. Some other kind of pie. Ooh.
2 pies for the price of 1. She actually probably.
Oh, pecan. Pecan pie. That was it.
Perfectly chilled, not frozen.
How big is this dog gonna get?
Probably that size.
Like this size?
Yeah, probably.
I think she's gonna get a little bigger.
Yeah, she
But not
probably-
much?
So her dad weighs 4 pounds, and she weighed 2.5 pounds last time she got shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But her mom weighs like 8 pounds.
Oh shit.
Her mom's a fat bitch.
58.
I'd be fine if she stayed exactly like this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, dude.
She wants one.
You ready?
No. No, I am not ready right now. Help.
She will dive to her death.
Intro.
I like to do the hang in there.
That dog's gonna straight dive to its death, and you're listening to Thinking Outside the Long Box with Juan, Gabe, and Doyle.
And no Tim.
Yeah. Tim's still not here.
I didn't know if you were gonna say anything.
No,
again.
I wasn't.
I'm sure it sounded like a real fart at first. And then it became something else.
We ready to go?
And we're live. That
Hey!
was disgusting.
Oh, whatever. It was not that
Fan
bad.
interacting.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 158 of Thinking Outside. I said 8.
I know.
Of Thinking Outside the Long Box fan interaction episode.
Can you not do that ever again, please?
My name's Gabe.
I'm Juan.
I'm Doyle.
I probably never would have done it again if you wouldn't have asked me not
I
to.
know.
Yeah,
Duh,
I've never
that's the
seen
whole
him before.
point. You've never seen him move before?
Do it before.
Oh,
Let's see him move.
I don't move very much, though.
except for when he's trying to sell a car, bro.
Shut up. Just because I walk like a turtle doesn't mean you gotta be a fucking dick face about it.
I think
It's
that's Juan's
funny.
job, though.
What was that, Sophia?
He said I think.
Wow. See why I'm a dick to him?
How's the car
Do not
selling?
encourage that.
How's the car selling going?
It's started slow this month again, but it'll pick
Not
up.
again. You sold 15 and a half last month.
No, but like last month in the first 2 weeks, I was at the
Oh.
same. I was at like 3 cars, and now I'm at like 3.5.
He made good money.
Yeah, it's not bad. I enjoy doing it. It's fun.
Yeah, bitch.
Bish.
Yeah, you little bitch.
How goes the meat slanging?
Yeah, I'll slang it.
You slang it. How's the?
Slangable.
It's
You better be there fucking next week, by the way.
I
Hey,
want to
Bree,
do-
how
I
are
have
you?
No idea what people are smoking because we got to a slow season. Everybody's getting their one Sunday off a month. Next Sunday is even our Sunday off, and they're all like, "Thanksgiving's coming up. We're gonna kill 2 Saturdays in a row. Nobody gets any days off for the next 3 weeks." I'm like, "Why the fuck would you do that?" Like,
It's stupid.
it's been good for about a month now, and after that, they're going back to it till the end of the year. They're not supposed to kill again either. They're just like right around Thanksgiving,
Huh?
which I don't know. So we'll just see.
You're taking
mean-
it off. Why are we taking it off?
For the calendar! which we've talked about a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, but we should talk about it a little bit on the fan interaction for just a minute. Calendar's going well. Juan has been diligently organizing people, doing a great job
It's
at
not
that.
easy organizing people.
It does not seem like it.
Ree, you should have been in the calendar.
I think,
There's 5 people watching.
I think Ree lives in a different country.
I don't know. That doesn't mean they don't have pictures.
I know, but Ree, tell us where you're from, because I've always been curious.
That seems really stalkerish.
No, just...
Ree, tell me where you live.
I didn't say that. I said where you're from, which is way less creepy.
Area code.
That's creepy. Me saying, Sophia, where are you from? And she says, oh, I'm from Greeley, Colorado. Not creepy.
Where do you
Sophia,
live?
where you live. That's creepy.
They
Oh,
were
no, that's
both.
one.
Yes, you can have them. They were both a little creepy.
You know what's a little creepy? Your fucking face.
Ooh, get out of my house.
That's not creepy. That's just weird.
7 people. Hey, 7. I don't know who you are. Tell us who you are if you're watching.
But the calendar's going very smoothly.
Yes.
We are getting ready to do the pictures. Just
In the next day or 2, you'll know who all of the models are. Hopefully.
yeah.
We got a. Hopefully, I'm getting a picture
We're
from
going
each.
to announce it?
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Then we keep a secret.
No,
Why?
so that they know.
Say.
Hey, Frodo.
What
calm the
movie
fuck
is?
down.
Oh, I was like, what movie is that
Dystopia.
from? Is
just
that
a-
dystopian? That's
No,
not dystopian.
Lord of the Rings is high fantasy.
I feel like
sir.
that's utopian.
No, there's orcs and stuff. Utopia's
I
perfect
feel
society.
like the elves live in a utopia.
The elves do, yes.
Kind of. That one elf is like super creepy.
You know,
No,
maybe,
she just has a power from a ring.
No,
maybe
no, no.
we've
You
definitely
gotta go to
already
the
talked
Hobbit.
about this for like an hour. Just
Galadriel?
kidding.
Yeah, what's his name's dad?
The guy from Rivendell?
No, the main elf, his dad. You gotta get into the Hobbit to go to there.
I've read The Hobbit. I don't remember what you're talking
No, the
about.
movie though.
Oh, I don't remember. I haven't watched the movie.
I don't like movies.
I read The Hobbit though.
I mean, yeah.
Wow, we went all the way down to 1 viewer.
Yeah, good job, Doyle.
Motherfuckers don't like Frodo. Hey.
He's all keep it
They
secret,
didn't wanna
keep it
keep it
safe.
safe.
They're all bloop. I'm out.
Fuck that noise.
So calendar is going well
Yes.
though. When are we taking the photos again?
The 24th.
The 24th, and we are hoping to have everything ready to go so that you can purchase the calendar, or at least pre-order
Yeah.
the calendar in December.
I want to be able to at least pre-order the calendar the first week of December, even if it's not completed yet.
Yeah.
Because
That way we can ship like at the end of December so that you'll have it in January.
or a little bit, yeah,
Yeah.
towards the middle, because we're gonna go through them and it's gonna be a lot of work. Because I'm guessing
No.
what's 12 times 100? 1200?
1200?
1200? Okay. There's going to be at least probably that many pictures that I have to go through, put
Yeah.
a watermark on, make sure they're not shitty.
I
you
do
know
have a
what I mean?
program for that.
So, but I mean, there's not only am I creating the calendar, but we've got to create all of these sets for these people.
Right.
And so it's going to take a little bit of time.
Why would you watermark?
Well, I don't know what you just said.
Just why would you watermark them?
With your name, your photographer name, or Anna's name?
Oh, I thought she was actually giving them the photos.
She is.
She is.
But she's still gonna watermark.
Wouldn't you
them.
want credit for your own work?
I don't know. I never liked watermarking my stuff when I was a photographer.
Oh,
I thought it looked weird.
All right. Well,
That's
it'll be
good.
just like in the corner or something.
yeah. It
Like
ain't
I
gonna
said,
be
I
on
have a
the
program
boobs or
for it.
anything.
Yeah.
Why don't you give Petrie to Sophia to take over there, and then you can play with Petrie over there. I just don't want him to get dropped. on
Over
camera.
there, Hannah.
At least Hannah's small, dude.
Yeah.
I was holding, seriously, I think about a week ago, I had Petrie up here. I was starting to put her down, and she just fucking booted me in the face and jumped.
Sophia, clean that up.
I am.
Kids are destroying your house
Yeah,
for
I
no
know.
reason.
Always.
Yes, kids that destroy
Always.
his
You
house.
have your own kids that ruin everything.
No, my kids don't win anything. Those motherfuckers know.
Beat 'em.
I hit my kids. Just kidding.
I don't.
Views? What?
Go away. So, the last few episodes, just so you guys have a quick recap, we talked about our favorite dystopian fiction. We talked about Children of Men as our pop culture classic, and we talked about The Mandalorian. And then earlier, if you were watching when we were eating our Korean snacks, we talked quite a bit about Disney Plus. So if you have any thoughts on any of those things, feel free to let us know.
And we've been shitting on Tim.
Yeah, not too much.
He's
Just making fun of
him.
We just keep saying he's not here.
Yeah, that's all.
I don't want to shit on him because he's having trying times.
Yeah, but I feel like if we shit on him, and it's gonna make him laugh.
That's true. Yeah. So fuck you, Tim.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's gonna hear that and be like,
I don't hope that you die.
Wow.
That you become close to death.
Jesus.
What other kind of stuff have you guys watched?
I haven't been able to watch any shows this week. I've watched a lot of movies. Toy Story 4 I just watched the other day.
Yeah, you were telling me yesterday
so
at work how
funny.
sad it is, too.
It is sad. It is very sad. My wife was pretty mad at it for making her cry the whole time. But it was good. It was a good movie.
watch that movie because he will cry at like the worst
Once
parts.
Andy grew up, I was over it.
Wow.
But Zombieland.
Zombieland was funny. I watched Zombieland.
I want to watch the new one.
It's
that's the
really
one we
good.
watched.
So last night I took Ashton to go see Zombieland 2. And right before we watched Zombieland 2,
Chelsea.
I sat down with Sophia and Hannah and Mel and we watched Zombieland 1. So a lot of the little subtle inside jokes that come from Zombieland 1 show up in Zombieland 2, and I thought that was really funny. The most stressful moment in the movie is at the very end after the whole climax, right? When they're standing on the edge of the building. I'm so fucking petrified of heights, and like people standing on the edge of stuff makes me so fucking nervous.
Hello, second listener, whoever you are.
That as I was watching it, all I could think was just step away from the edge of the building for the love of God. It was so stressful to watch just that part.
The Bill Murray at the end.
Oh, so good.
It's so good. So good.
Don't ruin that.
Oh, I
No, I
will.
won't.
It's hilarious.
They threw it in. They found a way to put him in the movie that was really cool, even though he's dead in the universe. So, it's funny. You'll like it. You'll enjoy it.
The movie also has. Is it a spoiler to talk about that? The
term?
The term.
I don't think so.
So they meet a new character.
He knows he was killed.
Right,
from
that's
the first
true.
one.
So they meet a new character, and she talks about that guy totally got murrayed, and he goes, "What's that?" And she goes, "Well, I mean, it's when somebody that's dressed as a zombie gets killed by somebody else. Some asshole did that to Bill Murray." And he's like, "Oh man, that's awful." She goes, "If I ever find out who did that, I'm gonna did him." He's all, "Yeah, me too. I mean, but you first, but me afterwards." Like, just all fucking awkward, like, "Oh my god, I'm about to die right now." It's super, super funny.
How would they know how he got killed?
Because it's spread. It's like an urban legend. He even says that. He's all, "I'm pretty sure that's an urban legend." She's like, "Nah, somebody killed Bill Murray." Like,
it's a good movie.
It made me
The
laugh.
first one was great.
The second one's just as strong as the first one. I think
it's right under. It's like number 2, the first one on my funny zombie movies.
And the first, of course, being Shaun of the Dead, because
I didn't like that movie when it first came out, but I rewatched it and I enjoyed it more upon the rewatch. But I just didn't. wasn't a fan.
A lot of Shaun of the Dead is inside jokes about other zombie movies, and that's a big part of what makes that movie so funny.
I just giggle to myself all the time when I see someone with like red pen mark on their hand on their shirt. I'm like, "You got red on you." What's that?
Just go to the Winchester, drink a couple pints, wait for this whole thing to blow over. Movie's great. Hot Fuzz is really funny too. I love
Hot
that
Fuzz is really great, but it takes some dark turns.
Oh yeah, the end of that movie is hardcore.
And the deaths are brutal.
Shit just got real. Oh, when the spire falls off of the chapel and just straight
impales the person. Yeah, I'm like, ooh.
Always makes me laugh. How about you? What else have you watched this week? I know we talked about Mandalorian, Children of Men. No, Hannah, get out of here. We're busy.
Shockingly, I gave Castle Rock a second go.
That is shocking.
And it became probably my favorite shows really quick, which is really weird. Cause like
just the second season, or
no, like in the first. So I was pretty like just the first season just wasn't going anywhere. And then I was like, I'll watch one more episode. And then that episode had like a crazy ass cliffhanger. And I was like, oh, okay, I gotta watch the next episode. And then it snowballs, like, and then all the way through the second season, I'm like, this show's getting fucking amazing.
Huh.
Like, as all the little like nudges they've been doing to all the movies or all the books and stuff start to like fill in.
Oh, okay.
It's very good.
Because I know
it took way too long to get to it. And hopefully that doesn't hurt the series over
I'm sure it will.
They
Like,
canceled it.
It's already in the second season.
I don't know. I'm just
yeah, the second season just started coming out.
The
Don't
second
ignore
season
one.
Don't
Second
ignore
season
one.
is straight amazing. Like, Pet Cemetery shit's going on. People are being brought back to life.
Oh, that's
Like,
cool.
It's getting crazy.
Nice.
Alternate dimensions. Like,
Ooh, I do like me an alternate dimension.
And time travel.
I do.
Those are your things.
So, did you see any of it?
I haven't seen any
I
of
think
it.
you gave it a bad rap the first time.
I did, because I
And
got like
and then I was like,
I got like
"Ah,
5
I don't wanna watch
episodes.
it."
I got like 5 episodes in, and I was like, it's not bad. Those 5 episodes are like well acted, well written. They're just slow,
Yeah.
and they don't go anywhere. And then you get to the point to where you're like, there's an Alzheimer episode that's really well done, where you're like you're experiencing multiple timelines. You don't even know exactly what's going on with the woman who has Alzheimer's.
Huh.
There's some crazy shit I can tell you, but I don't know if you're gonna watch it or not.
I will. Like, now that you've recommended it, I definitely will.
It gets
So.
crazy.
Nice. I'll have
The
to
fact
check it
that,
out.
like, two
Because
characters might be the same character. Like,
seeing the trailer for the second season, like, re-intrigued me. Like, the
Well,
second
yeah.
season looks killer.
the second season's amazing, right from the very beginning. It's good.
Nice. I'll have to check it out then. So I caught up on Watchmen. I caught up with the 4th episode too.
Fourth episode?
Yeah, there's a 4th episode now.
I think I've watched them all four. I haven't watched them all yet.
That show is awesome, and
That's so great.
I think part of the complaints that Juan had, and I told him this at work, are nipped in the bud in the 3rd episode, where you don't really know what's
When you
going
start to get some
on.
answers.
But they definitely like connect and start making those connections in the 3rd
They start
episode.
giving you some answers too.
Yeah, it is
Subtly.
but in a really cool way. Like, I just finished the 4th episode last night, and I fucking love it. Like, I'm really, really digging it. One thing
Very
that's
good, I
been
like it.
one thing that's been really cool is Ashton started watching it, so he got really curious about the book. Obviously, he started reading it, and he's hitting me with all these ideas and blah blah blah. I was like, whoa. I haven't read that book in like 8 years, 10 years. So I picked up Watchmen again and started reading it on my lunch breaks. I had forgotten how much I fucking love that comic book.
It is a very good graphic novel, I guess now.
Yeah, it's more of a novel.
I mean, I have the comics, so it was done in comic form.
But like, it's as a collection with like the novels, the novel chapters at the end of the issues and stuff. It's just a stellar fucking book.
If you're into fiction at all, I think I'd be hard pressed to find why you wouldn't buy a copy of the graphic novel.
Yeah.
I mean, you can probably get it for $15 on Amazon, if not.
It's 100% worth
somewhere.
reading.
Yeah.
Like the copy that I have on the cover says that it's in the Time Magazine's top 100 novels of all time.
It's amazing.
Like, not graphic novels, but just novels.
Yeah.
So, he's fine.
Fuck that show. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you should definitely give the 3rd episode a try.
I haven't even. Did I give the second? I did watch the
Yeah.
second one.
You can read the graphic. I mean, I don't know. You can read the graphic novel in a couple days too. Like, it's
Yeah,
not
you
hard.
can give it a shot. Oh no, it's really good. I'm really enjoying the show. I can't wait for the next episode right now.
It is very good. Next episode's going to be out today.
Yeah.
Walking Dead's coming out today. I've really enjoyed this season so far.
Nice.
The last episode was awesome with Negan.
Yeah. Infiltrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Infiltrating the Whispers.
Oh
Just
yeah.
talking shit to him the entire time. It's amazing, dude. He's walking around with Beta, just giving him shit the entire time, and Beta's like, "I'll fucking kill you." It's just not caring at all.
That's awesome. That's probably one of my favorite things about Negan in the comic books. It's just like the relentless ration of shit that he gives absolutely everybody. It's my favorite.
Walking Dead's still
The
up
one-
there.
the
Walking
one
Dead and Fear the
before
Walking
that
Dead are
was-
still some of my favorite TV shows.
The one before that was tough because that was a Negan
Yeah.
pretty heavy episode too.
It was like
where-
Negan being
Ye-
socialized. kind
Yeah,
of, or-
he was like, it was almost like he was better.
Yeah.
He had spent all this time in jail, and you know, he left because he got framed for a murder.
And then he comes back.
And then, so he was out, and he made kind of friends with his wife and kid, and he was showing the kid how to do some things, and he showed him how to not tap people and shit. It was really funny.
Yeah.
And then there's this dude who kind of tagged along with him who was a Negan mark. Like, he fucking loved old Negan, like the Saviors and all that shit. And he kills this family after Negan tells him to get the fuck out of here, you know, split, you know, let's go our separate ways. And he thought it was some kind of test, and so he comes back and just kills the kid and the mom. And fucking Negan just goes crazy and fucking stomps him with a rock and shit. It's insane. And then he forms the plan to go to the Whisperers. So it's been pretty Negan heavy.
I want to, culturally, can we ever get to the point where like our media isn't a sack of dicks? Like, because I think it's been weeks now since I read that Negan probably cuts the head off of Alpha. And like, the show's going down that I could see that happening now. And if that actually happens, can the media stop fucking spoiling shit like fucking 2 months in advance? Like, Jesus Christ.
I haven't read that. I mean, I know what happens.
I actually read like about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, I saw like a news clipping for it. Because I got like little comic related news clipping on the top. And it was like, Negan cuts off the head of Alpha. I'm like, really?
I mean, but it's
fucking stop doing that.
I think a big part of the problem specifically with The Walking Dead is because the source material is so easily available that somebody just reads it, and whether that happens in the show or not, somebody's gonna say that.
And that's fine. You'd be like, we speculate this, or we speculate that, as opposed to like,
I don't
this
think
is
they
what
know
happened.
Though. I don't think
but
they know.
The way they
'cause
presented it was like,
comic
this is
book.
gonna happen this way. And if it does happen that way, that'll be shitty. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm saying as far as the show goes, anything could happen because we know they take different turns.
They definitely take liberties with the source material sometimes.
I hate it. They spoil like big comic events. It's like, just stop.
Don't put it on top of your clippings, bro.
You know, you can't even help it. You're scrolling through Facebook sometimes and fucking someone just posts something. It's like, shit is in your face everywhere.
My Facebook is mostly just memes. So
I see a headline, then I just don't read it. I'm like, skip it.
Yeah.
But I can read a headline like before I can decide not to read it.
It's true. I don't know. I just don't care about spoilers and stuff anymore.
I just don't want to know.
Like, because it's just.
The thing is, though, they don't know. As far as I know, you know what I mean?
I think they do. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think they do.
I think I know what's gonna happen based off of because I've read this whole series at this point.
Yes.
So I think I know what's gonna happen, and that's
yes. But we are people who have nothing to do with media.
Right.
Like they are major media.
I don't want to say nothing, but we're friends.
Yeah, we're definitely.
We are media.
We're not that level of media.
I'm just saying,
Spoiler
we're media.
alert, we're media.
Yeah. If you don't know, now you know. I'm not gonna say the last part.
Oh.
You look at me. You look. We got 2 more years of press credentials from San Diego Comic Con.
I agree to that degree, but I'm saying it's not the same thing.
Nah,
No, yeah.
I know. We're not Fox News.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we tell the
I'm
truth.
glad we're not.
I'll be right back.
There goes roughly 30% of our fan base.
They don't like Fox News? No, we don't like Fox News.
So, what else? Anything else good that you've been watching, reading? I picked up Snow Glass Apples, I think is what it's called. Let me look it up. It's Neil Gaiman's retelling of Snow White.
Teacher got outside and nobody's watching him.
Why don't you go out there and get her, please? She didn't just get outside. She doesn't open doors.
Well, Juan opened the door, and she ran outside behind Juan. Yeah, so it's called Snow Glass Apples. It's Neil Gaiman's retelling of Snow White, but the hero is the evil stepmother, and Snow White is Snow White because she's a vampire, and it's super, super beautifully drawn, and like the writing on it is
It's funny because he talks
top notch.
He talks about that premise in his master class. So I did sign up for a master class, and I've been taking this class.
Yeah.
Which is not really. I mean, it is, but it's not.
Right.
That is super cool too, by the way. There are legitimately awesome people in multiple fields that you can follow.
Nice.
For that, so Have you been talking about it?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It's kind of like Great Courses Plus and that kind of
different
stuff.
because it's like
It is, but it's like
yeah,
specific.
it's like taught to you,
Right.
And there's workbooks
Oh, that's
and
cool.
things like that. So it's like it's a lot different, but yeah, I don't know. I give it high praise. So
Nice. I'll have
even
to
though
check
I'm
it out.
only like on, I can give you my login if you want to. It's like $20 a month.
You do not play on Facebook. You are not allowed to. Do you understand me? If you break something, I'm gonna beat your butt.
Ooh. Butt beating.
It's getting real.
See, it is getting real. Boss is here.
They ripped out all the curtains downstairs.
Who did?
Your child and my child yanked all the curtains off the walls.
Remind her that I will also beat her butt.
Why would you even do that?
Because they're asshole kids, and that's what asshole
What
kids do.
temperature do they need to be at?
I just can't. I'm trying to think of a scenario where I'm like, from the curtains off.
Did you get my potatoes?
Oh fuck no! I didn't.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Gabe, where were
I completely
you?
forgot.
I was right
I
here.
completely
I
forgot.
didn't know that we had other things to do.
They're right here.
Yeah, the potatoes take an hour. The biscuits will take another 20 minutes. The turkey still is gonna be cooked. One thing I asked you.
We've ruined Friendsgiving.
Where's that weed?
Well, with that said, I think we're gonna wrap up this episode. Hi, John. Yeah, John was on.
Weird. No?
Yeah, so with that said, I think we are going to wrap up this episode. People are starting to show up for our Friendsgiving. We hope that you guys have an enjoyable weekend as well. Find us at www.totlb.com and please go to our YouTube channel, tinyurl.com/totlbtube. And subscribe and like and all of those things. We love you very much. We hope you guys have a great day.
A great Friendsgiving of your own.
And we will be back next episode.
Yes.
Tim died.
He did.
What can I do to help you? I didn't know you had
Oh,
other shit.
shit.
You could have reminded him to put those potatoes out an hour ago.
Hopefully that didn't just fuck. I think I have it there though.
Did we ruin a whole episode?
I don't
How you
think
do?
so. I hope not.
Oh, okay. No, teach it to me. Teach it to me.
I can't teach you.
Wow.
Alright,
Thank you.
good.
It's going at 350 right now.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of stuff to cook still.
The potatoes and the muffins, right?
And her stuff.
I don't know what's the bottom's going at 3.
No, the bottom's at 250. We
Oh,
need to
yeah.
make sure the turkey is cooked. I just can't leave you to do anything. The
Where's the
table is still
thermometer?
not clean.
Yeah, we just finished. This one?
Here, I'm gonna pack up my stuff.
What?
Bye.